across the 20-yard line and steamrolls to the 23. And here comes Graham Mertz in that Mustang attack.
And you'll see him lined up in the shotgun 99.9% of the time. Now, the key to me is to see, do they decide to push the tempo, get a first down early on? Do they go fast? Or do they do a little bit like what they did last week, where they got up to the line of scrimmage quickly, but then called the play at the line of scrimmage and then looked over to the sideline for Andy Sims for an audible? I expect to see some sort of emphasis on the running game more also here tonight.
4 receivers in the formation for Mertz. Detmer is his pistol back. Detmer only carried it twice in the loss to Miege a week ago.
For 1 yard.
Mertz takes the snap, gives to Detmer, straight up the middle, breaking tackles, 35-40, and he's spun down across the 43. That's 13 quick yards and a first down.
Yeah, that's more yards than he had last week, and they immediately go up to the line of scrimmage. Now, will they snap it quickly, or will they let things go and look at the sideline?
Mertz goes up to his offensive lineman, gives the play call, and now quickly into the pistol set. Hard count, movement, no flag. Checks the sideline. 2 left, 2 right. Detmer remains the tailback. Mertz headed to Wisconsin next year. A 4-star quarterback. Back to the shotgun. Here's the snap. Blue Valley brings pressure. He gets rid of a hitch pass left side, completes it, spinning across the 50-yard line. Is his receiver, Sean Hendershot, his first catch of the ball game, called a gain of 8.
Hey, nice job by this offensive line. That was the big question mark we talked about in pregame. Jalen Hunt picked up the blitzing linebacker, gave Graham Mertz plenty of time to get the first down throw for 7 yards.
2nd and 2 play for opening drive of the ball game. Shotgun snap they're going to give to Detmer, trying to get to the edge. He cuts up near the 50-yard line, near the far hash, and gets met at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down.
Jake Morris, the cornerback, defensive back. They have a lot of defensive backs on this field, playing almost nickel and dime exclusively here against Graham Mertz. Did a nice job on that tackle.
Minute 20 gone in this opening quarter. 3 left, 1 right for Mertz. Hard count, and again he checks the sideline. Changes the play at the line, and now he falls back into the shotgun. Shotgun snap, looking left side. He's going to throw an out route. It is incomplete. Getting lodged from the football was Danny Nam, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's Eric Olson. We had a chance to see him last week, and boy, Tim, he was all over the field at running back, at safety, and he locked in on that throw. And here we are lined up in 4th down. Looks like the Mustangs are going to at least attempt to go for it, or maybe try to draw them off sides.
From right at midfield. He's got 3 to the left and 1 to the right. The man to the right is his favorite target, Cameron Burt. Shotgun snap, and it's going to be a pooch punt. Mertz puts it inside the 15, and it's going to roll into the end zone on this wet turf. So a touchback and an opening drive boot for Blue Valley North, and here come the Tigers.
Yeah, I want to go back to that open field tackle by Eric Olson. That comes from watching game tape and knowing what is going to happen out of that formation. He came flying up from his safety spot and did an outstanding job of making the open field tackle as a two-way player and arguably the most valuable player for Coach Terrell's Tiger team.
He may be the fastest player in the area, but we'll touch on that here later. And it will be Alex Tata, by the way, who will run out there at tailback. So after missing the opener against St. Thomas Aquinas last week, Alex Tata back out there. He was their leading rusher, leading tackler a season ago. And Walker Kinney will be the quarterback ahead of him in the pistol formation to open up this drive for Blue Valley. Sends Green in motion, pistol snap. He's going to give to Tata. His first carry goes nowhere. Met at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Nice job by the Blue Valley North defensive line. You had to imagine they were going to try to get Alex Tata going early in this game, and he comes limping off the field after that first down carry. Not a good sign if you're Tigers. Unfortunately, though, Eric Olson was outstanding last week at running back. Problem is, though, you do want to try to save him for defense. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Tata can get back out there because he's down on the bench right now.
So Eric Olson right back in, 91 rush yards a week ago, a couple of catches as well. Kinney, pistol snap. He's going to roll left. He's going to step up. He wants to run across the 23, across the 25. Ducks out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. Just short of the first down marker, and it'll be 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, we went back and forth last week, and guess almost all last season with Walker Kinney. He shows flashes of brilliance like that run right there, and then overthrows a receiver, and then he'll make a great throw in traffic with his rocket arm. So he's got to play more consistent if he wants to be successful this game but throughout the season.
3rd and a yard for Blue Valley. Struggled on 3rd down last week against Aquinas. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Cameron Green is in the slot to the right side. That's his favorite target. Pistol snap. They're going to give to Olson. He gets met at the line. He's going to be a half-yard short of the first down marker in early on decision time for Alan Terrell.
Yeah, Reed Spackman, the junior defensive end. They rotating defensive lineman already. The backup defensive lineman came up and did a nice job from his defensive end spot. 4th and 1. No push at all by this Blue Valley offensive line. I thought that might be a spot where the Tigers would have an advantage over this smaller Mustang defensive line, but nice job by the Mustangs to get the 3 and out.
Punt unit will be on there. And Blue Valley North will drop back the dangerous DeLand McCullough. Matt Kennedy will do the punting duties and now whistles before this one. Stop this play. And a delay a game for Blue Valley. Took their time getting the punt unit out there, and Alan Terrell probably doesn't like that on his own side of the 50.
I'll tell you what, though, nice job by this Mustangs defense, kind of getting into the game early on and doing a nice job.
8:46 to play opening quarter. Both teams forced to punt on their opening drive. Kennedy out there to punt it for Blue Valley right now. Low snap, skips into him, picks it up cleanly and gets away a short wobbler. Hits it midfield, takes a good tiger roll across the 40, and he'll be down near the 38-yard line. Second try for Graham Mertz. Forced to punt on his opening drive, and again, this is a kid that is on everyone's radar, and he reaffirmed his commitment to the Badgers over the summer. No doubt about it, this kid is going to be playing up in Madison next year.
Yeah, I talked to him on my podcast this week, and he talked a little bit about trying to open things up a little bit this summer. He did take unofficial visits to Ohio State, went down to Athens to visit the University of Georgia, but said he just felt that connection with the Badger coaching staff. They were the second school to offer him, so the early bird does get the worm often in recruiting. It paid off.
And that future Badger is back to the pistol formation. Detmer remains in there at tailback. 3 stacked to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, has time. Mertz, deep ball right side. It is tipped up and incomplete. Good coverage by Cameron Green, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Cameron Green, maybe the guy that should be talked about more on this Tiger team, goes both ways. The slot receiver, very good at cornerback. He's going to be tested all night long. Also, I don't know if you noticed there, Tim, but Alex Tata is on the field here now for the Tigers.
So the ankle looks fine. They didn't apply any more tape. So hopefully just a tweak. He's right back out there. 3 right, Cameron Burt, the receiver to the left side for Graham Mertz. And now Amari Pesic-Hickson in there at tailback. Shotgun snap, Mertz looking right side, holds on to it. Now he's going to step up and run across the 45, 50, and he ducks out of bounds. That's going to be 11 and a first down for Graham Mertz. And this is something that is not appreciated in the game of Graham Mertz.
No, it's not, but he does a good job of picking and choosing when he decides to run. We saw that in the state championship game last season. He was blitz pressured, and he managed to somehow find ways to get big first downs, and that's a nice first down conversion there, picking the right time to make that run.
And that semifinal game last year,
it's true,
ran for 85 yards. Not a bad day at the office running the football. Pistol snap. He's going to turn, give to Pesic-Hickson, who's blown up. 3 yards deep in the backfield. Mason Richmond, the first one there.
Yeah, we talked about that in pregame. The Mustang offensive line versus the Tiger defensive line. So far, the Mustangs have done a nice job, but right there, Mason Richmond, the big 6'5", 240-pound junior, blew right past the entire offensive line for the big tackle for loss.
Called a loss of 6. Amari Pesic-Hickson, you might know the name. He's one of the best basketball recruits in the area. Empty formation on a 2nd and 16 play for Blue Valley North. 3 left, 2 right. Shotgun snap, Mertz running out of time. Rolling right, got the ball stripped. Ball's loose, picked up by the Tigers at the 30-yard line, and Blue Valley's in business midway through quarter number one.
Mason Richmond again, he just flat out blew right past right guard Jalen Hunt. Senior offensive lineman did not have a chance. Mason Richmond strips the ball. Graham Birch didn't see it coming, and the Tigers are set up in absolutely tremendous field position. That battle within the battle we talked about pregame plays out right there early on in this game.
Big turnover. 7:39 to go opening quarter. And Blue Valley is already inside the Blue Valley North 30-yard line. This is their second drive of the ball game. And again, it is coming down. Walker Kinney bobbles the snap. He's going to heave one, looking for Cameron Green in the end zone. Tipped up and incomplete. He had him, but the ball was a bit underthrown, allowing the defensive back to catch up to it.
Usually like Cameron Green in those one-on-one battles, but the ball, like you said, was just underthrown enough by Walker Kinney. And, nice job there by the defensive back to kind of get back into the play because of the underthrow.
Kinney
DeLay McCullough, sorry about that.
Had a solid game last week, 12 for 26. He had a very good second quarter and then sort of teetered off later in the game, but a lot of drops didn't help his second half performance. 153 yards and a touchdown against Aquinas. Pistol snap here on a 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it right side, too tall for Dorian Stevens, and it's third down.
Yeah, Stevens is a big kid, 6'1", 175. That one was thrown if you're a 6'6" kid. That was just not a fundamental throw by Walker Kinney. That's the frustration that we've seen with him. He makes a great throw where he shows off his live arm, but right there did not plant his feet, did not do the fundamental things to throw what should have been just a simple kind of hitch route that would have gone for 5 or 6 yards.
Back to a shotgun set now on a 3rd and 10. Short drop, Kinney stepping up. Zips it right side for Stevens. This time he corrals it, and he's dropped near the 18-yard line. That's going to be 11 and a first down for Blue Valley.
That's a nice job by Dorian Stevens there. Kinney did throw it high again, did not get his feet set, but Stevens was able to go up and get it this time. Nice separation between him and the defensive back, Amon Tumasay, and just was able to get just enough there for the first down.
Inside the red zone to the 18 of Blue Valley North go the Tigers. 3 left, 1 right this time. Kinney checking the sideline, getting the play call in. Play clock running down. It's at 3. Olson, the tailback. Here's the pistol snap. He's going to throw a slant route left side, complete it, driving his feet inside the 10 near the 7-yard line is Cameron Green, his first reception of the ball game. And it's going to be 2nd and short here.
Yeah, that's a Blue Valley North type play. They love those slants and hitches all over the place, and Kinney put that one right on the money there. Nice throw into traffic.
1st and goal now for the Tigers near the 7-yard line. Matt Sloan, in place of the injured Shane Bergman, is in the slot to the right side. They're going to send Green in motion to the right side. Pistol snap, give to Olson on a counter, and he is dropped near the 6-yard line. Maybe a yard for Eric Olson.
It's interesting. We thought we might see a little more success on the ground, at least early on, from this Tigers offense, but they're doing it through the air. Walker Kinney's putting it up on this drive, and that's how they've moved down into the red zone here.
3 left, 1 right, 6:10 to play, opening quarter. Second drive of the game for Blue Valley. Kinney checks the near sideline. Eric Olson is his tailback lined up off his left shoulder. Shotgun snap. Kinney with time. He's going to flare it to Olson. He dropped the touchdown. Wide open. Eric Olson couldn't hold on.
Walker Kinney just a little bit too much mustard because he felt the pressure coming from Stephon Camp, the rover linebacker. He got just through enough to put enough pressure on Kinney to force him to throw it just enough. But my Lord, Tim, that wheel route was wide open. Love the play call. Just unfortunate execution for the Tigers.
A 3rd down and goal to go from the 6-yard line for the Tigers. Kinney, shotgun snap, running out of time, rolling to his right, looking for a receiver, fires, incomplete. Batted away, great play made by Mossy, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Yeah, Mossy did a nice job getting his hand to tip it away. Nice job by this Mustang Tire defense here, they stepped up in the clutch here when their backs were against the wall, brought some pressure there on that third down play, and forced Kenny to roll to his right and just could not complete the pass. Nice job, though, by the Mustangs when they had their backs against the wall after that fumble.
Bradley Middleton on for the field goal try. They will set up in the middle of the field. It'll be a 22-yard try. Snap bobbled. Kick, though, is going to go straight up and through 3-0 as Middleton connects from 22 yards away, and it's 3-0 Tigers on your Sports Radio 810 high school football game of the week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lane.
GOCERTA to schedule a consultation. I've used them in my house inside and out, and they're always great. They'll be the same for you. It's CertaPro Painters. We do painting, you do life.
3-0 Blue Valley from Blue Valley as Middleton connects on a 22-yard field goal on a drive for Blue Valley that started inside the Mustang 30-yard line. They had a potential touchdown go through the hands of Eric Olson, settle for the field goal. And now Kendall Hargens, Deland McCullough back for Blue Valley North. High end over end kick is going to be a short kick fielded by the up man at the 20-yard line across the 25 and dragged down near the 30. And here comes that Mustang attack. 2 tries, a punt, and a fumble for Graham Mertz on that previous drive.
I think they got to get back to the running game. You saw them that first drive. They had some success with the running game. And then the second drive, they went almost exclusively into the air. And we saw what the game plan is for the Tigers. They're going to come after him. And that forced some pressure on this young offensive line. They made some mistakes, and Mertz fumbled the football. You got to get back to running the football, even though it's not your MO for the Mustangs.
The rain has slowed here in Blue Valley. Still a light drizzle here and there, but for the most part, it's just about stopped. Mertz, shotgun snap, low snap, corrals it, steps up, in trouble. He's going to come near sideline, try to throw a stiff arm, but is going to get hammered out of bounds by Alex Tata. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he tried to, I don't know if you saw that, Tim. He tried to give his stiff arm to Tata, and Tata's like, no. I'm going to. We've got one of the best weight programs in the entire country here at Blue Valley, and he used his lower body strength to push off the big 6'4", 205-pounder.
2nd and 10, no gain on the ground for Graham Mertz. Rushed for 2 touchdowns in that semifinal game last year, but again, so far on the ground, not a lot of room for him.
Yeah, again, they're bringing almost a linebacker every single play. It was Cole Ross on that play that came from the left side and just was unable to get to Mertz, but he disrupted it enough to cause him to have to run the football. So, again, we see the Blue Valley game plan. They're going to come after Mertz all night long.
It's a base 4-3 defense, but again, like you said, they're sending a linebacker every time. So you're looking at 5 rushers every time you snap the football. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Mertz to the shotgun. Low snap, gives to Pesic. Hickson breaks a tackle. 35, flag flies 40. Far sideline, cuts it up near midfield. 40-yard line, and he's ducked out of bounds near the 38-yard line, but this one should be coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be called on left guard Jackson Townsend. Again, with the pressure coming from this Blue Valley linebacker and defensive line levels, he was forced to hold there, and that's too bad because it erased a nice run by Pesic Hickson because he made a nice cut back to the right side, picked up some huge yardage.
It is a hold. And the Mustangs are going backwards on their 3rd drive of the game. Going to set up a 2nd and 20. Again, they got down big to Miege last week. Got a touchdown in the 4th quarter, but again, the tempo wasn't there. And you felt like Miege had that game wrapped up in the third quarter. 5:01 to play, opening quarter from Blue Valley. Tigers struck first on a 22-yard field goal to make it 3-0. Mustangs is their third possession of the ball game, trying to get across midfield at least on this drive. 4 receivers in the formation for Mertz. Pesic Hickson remains the tailback to his right. Blue Valley showing pressure. They back out of it. Here's an out route completed to the near sideline, ducking out of bounds across the 20 to the 21-yard line goes Danny Nam, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, but that pressure right there causes the quick check down to Nam by Mertz. 5 yards isn't going to cut it. You got to go get a little bit more vertical if you're going to get this first down.
2 right, 2 left. Mertz looking to cook up some magic on a 3rd and 18 play. Cameron Burt, that's his favorite target. He's in the slot to the right side. Now they're going to motion Pesic Hickson over to the right as well and empty out the backfield, and Mertz is going to take a timeout. Play clock was down to 1. And the Tigers have got the Mustangs out of sorts here in the opening frame.
Well, and you see Mertz walking over the sideline, frustrated right now at the slowness the play calls are coming in. And he talked to me about that over the weekend, that the play calls were coming in a little bit slow. He likes tempo. You got to get a gunslinger kind of in rhythm, and if they're taking forever to get the play call in, and if they're calling audibles and changing the play and snapping the ball at 1 second, that's not what Mertz wants. It's not what this Blue Valley North offense is known for. They've got to do a better job. That's on the coaches right there. They've got to do a better job to get the play calls into Mertz so he has time to get going.
Well, here's the issue with what they're doing, and again, obviously you guys can't see it if you're listening to us, but after a play, they'll line up. They go quickly. They get back to the line. They'll run a hard count, but they have not once snapped it on that hard count. Every time they'll run that hard count and then check the sideline, get that play in. They have not once gone quick, and they don't relay that play until after they've set up and done the hard count. So out of the timeout, here come the Mustangs, a 3rd and 18. Short snap, they're going to throw right side, complete to Pesic Hickson in the flat, but he's corralled at the 26-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down at about 13, and the punt unit will be called upon again for Blue Valley North.
I do like they're trying to feature Pesic Hickson some. Obviously, you saw him on the running play. That's a nice throw to him out in the open field there, but nice open field tackle by Bo Palmer. But interesting that they're trying to get the basketball recruit involved here in this passing game.
3:50 to play opening quarter. Cameron Burt will do the punting duties for Blue Valley North. Corrals this snap, high punt into the night, and it will hit out of bounds near the 38-yard line. We'll see where the official marks it off. But the Tigers aren't going to complain about the field position here. They mark it up all the way at the 45 of Blue Valley. And here comes Walker Kinney in this offense, but they can't be too happy with what they did on the last drive. Again, got it inside the 30, had a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, and couldn't punch it in.
Yeah, and they were doing it through the air, which is interesting because we thought they would try to push the running game. And, Eric Olson is in at running back over Alex Tata, so it looks like Tata is going to stick to just the defensive side of the ball. We're going to see Olson go both ways, and, boy, he had some nice runs last week against Sequoia. I'll see if they can get him going here on this drive.
They send Green in motion. They're going to run an option keeper. Kinney right side lowers the shoulder, and he gets dropped near midfield. Gain of 5 on the ground for Walker Kinney.
We saw that last week. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder and absorb some punishment, but he's been dishing it out here too.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard carry by the quarterback, Kinney. 3:15 to play opening quarter, 3-0 Blue Valley from Blue Valley High School. Olson, the deep back, in the pistol set. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Kinney, pistol snap. He's going to look right side, throw a hitch route, complete it across the 40, 35, and ran out of bounds right there is Matt Kennedy. Big gain on a 2nd and 5, and the Tigers move the chains.
Is this Blue Valley North offense? Because that's a play right out of the Blue Valley North offense. It was a simple, Kennedy ran 5 yards, turned around, the ball was right there. Nice play call, nice execution all the way around.
And a good, easy pass for Walker Kinney, and that should help him get into a rhythm. He's a rhythm passer, but he gets a couple of those down, and then let's watch him uncork a couple of balls. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. That is Dorian Stevens. Kinney is going to open up to the left side. He's going to throw off his back foot. A wobbler is incomplete, Nash Sloan was the receiver out there, and maybe if that ball doesn't have as much mustard on it, Nash Sloan has got a touchdown.
And I like the play call, too, that they had them beat on the corner route, ran it right to the pylon there. And Sloan had the defensive back beat, and it's interesting. They keep attacking through the air. They must really, really like the matchups here that their receivers have over these defensive backs. Blue Valley North's defensive backs are athletic, but they have not been able to stick with the receivers here so far tonight.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass on first down. 2:50 to play opening quarter. Kinney, pistol snap, gives to Olson, corralled at the line of scrimmage. He spins forward, but forward progress is going to have him down near the 35-yard line. And the linebacker, Reed Spackman, was the first one back there.
Yeah, it's two big back tackles he's made in that backfield here so far here tonight. Doing a nice job getting through unblocked.
3rd and 10 off that 35. Tigers likely going to go to the air here, needing to get to the Blue Valley North 25-yard line to keep this drive alive. 3-0 Tigers. Inside 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. Both these teams 0-1 after week 1 losses. Short drop. Rolling right. Now he's going to step up. He's going to hit the sideline. 30. Dives forward near the first down marker. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds back at the 30-yard line. And now a late flag.
Really late flag.
But boy, if he doesn't step out and if that flag wasn't against the Tigers, would have been a first down. But again, that foot slips out of bounds, so they mark him down at the 30. But you can hear it. A hold against the Tigers is going to mark him back. North is going to take the penalty. And you wonder why, if it would have set up a 4th and 5, well, that's because the Tigers are likely going to go for it there.
Yeah. I like the taking the penalty and push him back here. This is Cameron Green territory. I would be keeping a close eye on him if I was the Mustangs.
Spot foul has got them back at the 43-yard line, making it 3rd and 18 for Blue Valley. From the Mustangs' 38-yard line. 3 left, 1 right. Pistol snap, rolling left, looking back to the right side. Eric Olson on the screen, 35-30, near sideline, dropped out of bounds, just shy of the 25. That's where he had to get for the first down. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short. Good-looking play design.
I love it. We don't see that too often in high school football. A well-executed screenplay is a rarity in high school football, and I absolutely love that. Great job there. And it looks like they're bringing in some heavy set here on this 4th and short.
They'll spot this one at the North 27. And again, got to get to the 25, and now whistles in a timeout for Blue Valley North. 1:52 to play opening quarter, and the whole playbook is open here, only needing 2 yards.
I like what they did. They immediately rushed their big set, heavy set, the jumbo set, whatever you want to call it, up there, forcing the Mustangs to call a timeout. They were not ready for it.
And just a reminder, check out the Papa John's Pizza Fan Challenge. Now through Saturday, Blue Valley fans can use online promo code 810Tigers, and Blue Valley North fans can use 810 Mustangs at Papa John's.
Hey, now you're Blue Valley North in the red zone. You got to put this one in the end zone.
So the Mustangs now the beneficiary of a flag. 1:14 to play opening quarter. On the move from the 12-yard line, go the Mustangs of Blue Valley North. Pesic Hickson had a big catch on her on this drive, and now a flag helps out the Mustangs. Shotgun, Mertz with time, zips it right side for Cameron Burt, incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10.
Now, if you're going to throw that ball, throw it right there. Throw it to the spot that only your receiver can get it. That was not going to get intercepted. Burt was almost able to stretch his 6'3", 200-pound frame out to get the ball. So if you're going to throw that one, that's where you got to throw it.
2nd and 10, minute 1 to play opening quarter, 3-0 Blue Valley. But the Mustangs threatening from the 12-yard line of Blue Valley. Mertz with time, looking left, scanning, stepping up. He's going to run it, and he's not going to get very far as he's dropped near the 11-yard line. Alex Tata, the one on the stop. Another one for him. Gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 8.
Outstanding coverage by the Tigers defensive backs there. I don't know if you saw, he went through his progressions, went to 1, 2, 3, 4 different receiver options, and nobody was open. Great job by the Tigers defense. Big 3rd down here.
32 seconds to play opening quarter. This could be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 Tigers. North trying to answer back. Mertz from the shotgun. Pressure in his face. Gets rid of it underneath. Walking into the end zone from 13 yards away goes Cameron Burt. And back come the Mustangs.
You know what they call basketball plays? They call picks, right? You know, you run a play where you run a pick. That's exactly what they did for Cameron Burt. They not only ran one, but they ran two receivers all the way from the left side to the right side, and Burt came from the right side to the left underneath his blockers, his receivers, ran into his defensive back, and Burt was wide open. Nice play execution for the Mustangs.
Extra point kick up and through, and the Mustangs answer the early Tiger field goal. It's 7-3 Blue Valley North on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
Hi, Chiefs.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
School sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
The 4. Empty formation, 4 left, 1 right. They just get it off. Mertz has all day to throw. Now he's going to step up and he wants to run. Stiff arm, he is going to stumble down near the 36. Another beautiful open field stop by Alex Tata.
Boy, you're exactly right. That was absolutely picture perfect, textbook open field tackle. The guy's bigger than you. You go lower and you wrap up, step into the tackle. He did a nice job because that's tough to do. So Mertz tried that stiff arm again. That's twice that they've had kind of those one-on-one battles, and Tata's won both of them.
And if Mertz gets by him, he's got a first down.
Oh, yeah, he gets first down. Definitely gets into the red zone.
4th and 8. Offense still out there, but we see them pooch punt out of this formation on 4th down. We saw it earlier in this ball game. Play clock down to 2, and another timeout for Blue Valley North, and they are having troubles just getting to the line. And you mentioned it in pregame. Tempo was an issue last week.
And they did. It's amazing. They were down trying to come back against Miege. They had the football in the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter with like 7 minutes left. And, they're down. They're trying to get back in the game. It was, 30-something to 20, and they were trying to get back into the game. And they were just taking forever to get to the line of scrimmage. And they ate up all but 2 minutes of that clock, and which is just so uncharacteristic because we saw Blue Valley North so many times last season. When they're good, they go fast, and they love to get in tempo, and they just did not did that. Couldn't do that all night last week against Miege, and we've seen spurts of it here where Mertz has been in tempo and they've gotten the play call in. But we've also seen examples like that right there where just couldn't decide what they wanted to run, and that cost them another timeout.
And it shouldn't happen with a team that goes right back to the line. They line up.
No question.
After each play. They don't go to the huddle.
Sometimes coaches like to overthink themselves and outthink themselves.
So a 4th and 8 out of the timeout. That's their second timeout taken in this first half. Mertz will line up in the shotgun. We'll see if he just pooch punts this kick. And now more whistles. This time a flag and a false start. And now you almost have to punt it.
Yeah, Garrett Atmis, the right tackle, saw Alex Tata sneaking up to the line of scrimmage looking like he was going to blitz, and he leaned back just a little bit, and that was just enough to get the line judge to call the false start.
So it'll be 4th and 13 after the 5 yards. They would have to get to the Tiger 28-yard line to keep the drive alive. But what we're probably going to see is Blue Valley North line up in a regular shotgun set, and then Mertz just pooch this punt away. He did it on the opening drive of the ball game. Shotgun snap. He's going to step up and run it. He is going to get tripped up, break a tackle, 35-34, dragged down. Mertz was a shoestring away from getting that first down, and now he's slow to get up.
He's definitely slow to get up.
He helps himself to his feet.
He'll be okay. He's a tough kid.
And jogs off, but a little bit of a surprise there that you see Blue Valley North not only go for it, but call a quarterback draw in that situation.
It almost worked. He was just not able to get through that one last tackle there, and they were able to get him low, and he's on the sideline bent over. Looks like he'll be okay. Looks like he just took maybe a twisted ankle, twisted something. He's very frustrated that he was not able to get that first down. But you're right, it was an interesting play call. I don't know if I necessarily would like that. I'd try to throw it to Cameron Bird if I was Blue Valley North, but nice job by the Tigers defense to get him off the field.
They do save some field position, however, as the Tigers take over at their own 32. And again, that ball was snapped off of the 41-yard line. So a 9-yard gain saves some field position. They're going to open up with an option keeper. Walker Kinney scoots across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. The Mustangs were fooled up front. That's going to lead to a 5-yard carry on the ground for Kinney.
Yeah, that's a good read there. The times that they have run that zone read, I don't know if Kinney's made the right read. He's handed it off to the running back multiple times that have been stuffed. It's a right read there by Kinney.
Second and 5, 7:23 to go in quarter number 2. 7-3, Blue Valley North leads over Blue Valley. Kinney, pistol snap, is going to play fake, zip it out to the left side, breaking one tackle, and then dropping down near the 38-yard line was John Jeffries, and it'll be third and about 4 yards.
That's a big play call right here. We've seen Blue Valley be most successful through the air, which is a little bit surprising. I thought they would have a lot of success running the football here. Interesting play call to see what the Tigers dial up.
3rd and 4. That quick hitter to Jeffries only picked up a yard. Dorian Stevens, the lone receiver to the left, 3 to the right side. Olson remains the tailback. Short drop. Kenny is going to throw a slant complete to Stevens. Climbs across midfield into North territory down to the 47.
I like that play call. Set up the formation where you spin most of the guys over to the right side to the far side of the field. Short side, you have Dorian Stevens lined up, a big 6'1", 175-pounder going up against a defensive back, Marco Collins, who is a little bit undersized, and he gave him almost 7 yards of cushion. And I'll take that. That's easy pickings right there. Nice play call by the Blue Valley coaching staff.
Checking the near side is Walker Kinney. Gets the play call in. Play fake. He wants to throw. Going for it all down the sideline. It is complete, and a flag flies at the 10-yard line. Dorian Stevens. And now they're going to say the ball came out incomplete. Oh, he had it, and then the ground jars the ball loose. But there is a flag that's in the area of pass interference.
That's clearly PI. And the nice, again, Walker Kinney's throwing the ball up. That was a little underthrown. Stevens tried to come back to the football. When he came back to it, the defensive back did not even look back around. You got to do that. You got to at least make an effort to come back to the football and turn your head, make a play on the football. You can't. They waved that off?
Wow.
Did they just wave that off?
They did. Well, they're back at the line of scrimmage. Oh, no, now
Okay,
they're marking it
okay.
off. Okay, I was like, boy, well, that's the deal here. So it is indeed a pass interference.
I hadn't lost my sanity yet.
And across the 33 up to the 32-yard line go the Tigers in Mustang territory. 6:02 to go till halftime. They trail by 4, 7-3, in half number 1. 4 receivers in the formation. Low snap, ball on the turf, and Kinney just covers it up at the 36-yard line. Boy, we have seen a lot of low snaps, not just this week, last week as well.
Oh, yeah. No, we saw 5 or 6 of them last week, and this Blue Valley offense is so predicated on timing, and if you can't get the most basic part of your timing down, the center quarterback exchange, you're going to not be able to do anything effectively.
3 to the right, 1 to the left on a 2nd and 14 play after the low snap. Olson to deep back again. Alex Tata recorded 1 snap at tailback for Blue Valley before heading off, and we've seen Eric Olson at tailback the rest of the way. Kinney, short drop, is going to flare it out to Eric Olson. The flat left side completes, and he ducks at the bounce at the 26. Gets some of that yardage back, and it's going to be 3rd. And let's call it about 4 or 5 yards here for Blue Valley, trying to convert another 3rd down.
That was the play they called when they tried to get it into the end zone, going the other direction in the first quarter. A little bit better covered by this Mustang defense, and Kenny did put a little bit better pass on Olson, but still not enough for the first down.
3rd and 4 officially. Off the 26-yard line, got to get to the 22 to move the chains. Kenny pistol snap. He's going to give to Olson straight up the middle, pushes the pile across the 25 near the 24. Short of that first down marker by about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. And the offense is going to stay out there and will likely go for it again this deep in Mustang territory. 4:23 and rolling in this second quarter. 7-3, Blue Valley North leads over the Tigers of Blue Valley. Blue Valley going for it on a 4th and short.
Maybe try to draw them off the old high school play.
Hard count. Checks the sideline again. And now Blue Valley is going to take a timeout with 4:06 to go in half number 1. And just a reminder that Sports Radio 810's coverage is brought to you by the Sports Medicine and Performance Center at the University of Kansas Health System, A&B CarStar, and Papa John's. Speaking of Papa John's, check out the Papa John's Pizza Fan Challenge now through Saturday. Blue Valley fans can use online promo code 810Tigers. North fans can use 810 Mustangs at papajohns.com. We receive 30% off your order. 10% of that goes back to the Booster Club. Team with the most online orders will receive an additional 10% Booster Club donations. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I'll get you some scores from the 810 Varsity Scoreboard. Since we're Kansas, we're going to go to Kansas Scoreboard. Blue Valley West trails Bishop Miege 20-7. That's a little closer than what a lot of people thought here. Blue Valley Northwest leads Harrisonville 12-6. This one's a little bit closer too. St. Thomas Aquinas 21-6 over Blue Valley Southwest. St. James leads Mill Valley at Mill Valley 6-0. How about Gardner Edgerton?
I do when he can.
They're 34-14 over Olathe West. Could be 2-0 for the Trailblazers out of the gate. That'd be one of the biggest surprise stories.
Out of the timeout, here come the Tigers on a 4th and 2 play. Kenny will line up in a pistol. Eric Olson behind him, taking their time, getting the play call in. 2 left, 2 right. They send a man in motion to the right side. Pistol snap. They're going to give to Olson. Net in the backfield, and the Mustangs turn away the Tigers again on 4th down.
And stop me if you heard this before, but Reed Spockman, outstanding job. Penetration, zone read. That play is just slow to develop with the way that the Blue Valley runs it. And boy, oh boy, this Mustang defense was all over that. Nice job there. Nice stepping up and stopping it as it starts to, rain a little bit heavier here now. Again, the rain it stopped earlier, but now we've got rain coming down pretty hard right now.
Yeah, starting to come down. And now Blue Valley North will go to work in the rain with the wind blowing right into their faces. 3 left, 1 right, 4:03 to go in the first half. Low snap. Mertz is going to dump it out to Pesic Hickson, the flat left side. Cuts off one man and across the 30 near the 34-yard line.
Tell you what,
a gain of 8.
Tell you what, Tim, that was a heck of a catch there because that was behind Pesic Hickson. Mertz threw it behind him, but he was still able to turn his body, catch it almost on his hip, and still do it all in stride and gobble up a lot of yards. I can see why they're wanting to get him more involved in this game plan. He was not involved much in week 1. Like what they're doing to get him more involved here.
He did have a couple of catches last week, 56 yards through the air for Pesic Hickson, but on the ground not very busy. Short drop on 2nd down. Mertz is going to step up, wants to run across the 40, and he slides down. First down. They move the chains to the Mustang 40-yard line.
And that's when you went Graham Mertz.
And now a flag real late. Talking, and we're going to have a personal foul.
Going back there, that's when you want Graham Mertz running the football there. Saw everything get run right past him, and then he just stepped up in the pocket and took off. And
trying to sort this out of the officials. It's going to be a first down, but what direction are we moving now?
Yeah, they pointed at Alex Tata,
well, they called it on both, so it's offsetting.
Okay, good. I mean, that's probably the right thing because there was some jawing going on, but you saw the official point right at Tata. Tata kind of shrugged his shoulders, held up his hands like, "What did I do? What did I do?" So at least it was offsetting. That's probably the right call in this type of situation.
These teams not fans of each other.
No, they're not. We heard the fans before the game exchanging some pleasantries with the Blue Valley players early.
Low snap. Mertz is going to dump it off. Pesic Hickson, the flat left side again. 45-50. Pesic Hickson, another cutback at the far hash. Breaks another tackle. 30. Weaving in and out of traffic. 15, 10. Pesic Hickson pointing to the sky and getting into the end zone from 60 yards away.
Wow.
Wow, what a play by Pesic Hickson.
Nice read. Nice downfield blocking. Well executed, but how about those cutbacks by Pesic Hickson? Weaving left, weaving right, leaving left again, and I like his confidence. He knew he was going to the house and pointed to the sky. He was not shy or lacking there of confidence, and what a nice answer by this Mustang offense. Wow, this is the type of offense we expected from Blue Valley North. We didn't see last week at all. Tremendous job there.
Extra point kick is up, and it is through. 14-3, Blue Valley North off a catch and run by Amari Pesic Hickson. They lead 14-3 on your Sports Radio 810 Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
14-3 with the rain coming down. The Mustangs up 11 over the Tigers here at Blue Valley. This kick is a high, short kick. They're trying to pooch it. Fair caught made on the far sideline by Matt Kennedy. And Blue Valley is going to have good starting field position.
I love that. That's a heads-up play by Matt Kennedy right there. People often don't realize, especially on that front line, that that's a live ball. And not only did he call the fair catch, but he was able to manage to catch it kind of an awkward turning over its back when a swirling wind and rain, and he was able to come up with that catch. That's a heck of a heads-up play there to get that great field position.
Kind of a basket catch. It was over his back shoulder. That was
Hayes.
Not an easy grab at all for the senior receiver, Matt Kennedy. He remains out there with this Tiger offense as they take over. 2:54 to go till half, trailing 14-3. Last time they turned it over on fourth down. 2 plays later, the Mustangs were in the end zone. 3 left, 1 right for Walker Kinney and company. Pistol snap. He's going to turn. Fake to Olson. He's going to zip it left side, complete this pass. Out near the 43-yard line goes Nash Sloan. Called a gain of 4 on first.
Tell you what, Tim, are you a little surprised we haven't just seen the straight handoff to Olson? Because it was so effective last week. We've seen the zone read in the run game a lot.
91 yards on the ground. And, they got away from him in that second half against Aquinas. And here they haven't called his number many times on the ground.
I'd fix that.
They actually spotted up at the Tiger 45. And they've got 2nd and 4. Kinney fakes to Olson again. He's going to run right, a pass read option. He's going to keep it and dive across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, but this was a very third and manageable.
Let's see if the Blue Valley North defensive line is up to the challenge again. They have been here in the second quarter. Are they up to the challenge here again?
3rd and short from the 46. Got to get out to the 48-yard line to move the sticks. 1:48 to go in quarter number 2. Tigers trail 14-3 with the football as we close in on the halftime from Blue Valley. Kinney, pistol snap. Looking left, he's going to step up and run it all the way. Carrying a man, he's got the first down to midfield. We'll stop the clock momentarily.
Yeah, you're right. That was a quarterback draw entirely. You even saw the way that Kinney kind of took the football and made sure that he was going to tuck it away there while he was slicing through that initial surge from the defensive line.
Tigers get back to the line quickly and immediately go to work. Kinney pistol snap is going to zip it right side, complete a pass, and getting dropped immediately is Matt Kennedy at the 43-yard line of Blue Valley North. 7 yards, and it's 2nd and 3. Tigers got to go quick.
Yeah, they are going quick.
1:12 to go till halftime. Blue Valley still has 2 timeouts left. Kinney back to work. He's going to zip it towards the middle of the field for Dorian Stevens. Flag flies on the incompletion. And Stevens got hooked from behind, and that's going to move the chains again.
That's a second PI on Marco Collins, the cornerback. And I don't know if you saw there, Blue Valley North's defensive backfield just was not even set before the start of the play. And that's what happens when you're not set. The most important thing you need to do on defense is get aligned correctly and get lined up. And they did not do that right there, and that was a big reason why the pass interference happened, because Marco Collins was not in the right spot.
Tigers out across the 30 to the Blue Valley North 28. 1:02, and again, still 2 timeouts to use for Blue Valley. Kinney, shotgun snap. Has all day to throw. He'll zip it over the middle for Cameron Green. Inside the 5, dragged down near the 4-yard line.
I was just getting ready to say, it's Cameron Green time, and they'll take one-on-one coverage with him all night long. And my gosh, how many times have we seen that route thrown to him over this last couple years?
57 seconds. Blue Valley gets set quickly. Check the nearest sideline. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Eric Olson remains the tailback. Pistol snap. Kinney gives to Olson. Now he's going to fake it. He's going to pull it and get dropped back at the 4-yard line.
Wrong read. Wrong read. They got to run that zone read. He's made multiple mistakes tonight reading that zone read. Give it to your running back on that, especially when you have 3 defensive players out there on the perimeter waiting for you. that should be pretty simple. You need to hand that football off, unless it was pre-called for him to pull it and run with it. But that one, to me, you got to hand that football off, especially if you got 3 guys standing there.
You think that's more predetermining or maybe not trusting?
I think it's not trusting because it's not I can't imagine it's predetermined because we've seen him have enough confidence so far in the second quarter to run several run-pass options where he does have the opportunity to both run it and throw it, and that requires a lot of decision-making there. So to me, that's just him not trusting his offensive line enough and trying to do everything on his own there.
37 seconds to go in this first half. Tigers in a hole here, down 14-3, but they've got second and goal from the 4-yard line. They had a goal-to-go situation earlier, but had to kick a field goal. They had first and goal from the 6-yard line, had 3 knocks at it, and couldn't punch it in. This is their second try here on a second and goal out of the timeout. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Walker Kinney. Olson is his tailback to the right side. Kinney, shotgun snap. He's going to step up, wants to run, tripped up from behind, short of the goal line near the 2-yard line. And another whistle, and it looks like another timeout for the Tigers.
Yeah, he almost got through that time. Again, it's quite interesting that they're wanting him to run the football there a lot. And a nice job there by the defensive backs and the linebacker level to get up there and stuff him.
31 seconds, and again, you've got quite a weapon in Eric Olson.
Yeah.
I'm surprised first and second down. You can't really fault the coaching staff on first down, but maybe second down, still a head scratcher as to why you're not calling 32's number. Had a touchdown last week on the goal line against Aquinas, 91 yards on the ground for Eric Olson.
And he was an important part of their offense last season, too, so it's not like he's an unknown factor to this thing. This is something where they have they know. He's a trusted part of the squad.
Also, Alex Tata. Again, he's been playing defense since the word go tonight. He's only had 1 offensive snap, and he's on the bench right now. So maybe a little bit surprised they haven't called his number off the bench down here on the goal line. Out of the timeout, no more timeouts on the board for Blue Valley. 3 left, 1 right. Kinney will work out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to roll left. Kinney struggling, steps up, throws. It is dropped in the end zone. Nash Sloan had a touchdown, and then he dropped it, and it's 4th and goal.
Kinney tried to go to him early. Well covered by the Mustang defense. But then as he continued to roll to his left, Sloan came wide open, and you couldn't ask for a better pass as a receiver. He put it right on his hands, and man, oh man, that's the type of drop that we just don't see Blue Valley teams make in the past.
Again, Nash Sloan starting for the injured Shane Bergman. Off the right hash, a 20-yarder is up and through, but a flag flows as Middleton hit the turf.
Khalil Allen. They're going to get, that's a roughing the kicker. That's not running into, that's crushing the kicker. And
the officials, coming over to the near side, asking Alan Terrell if he wants to accept the penalty.
You got to.
Absolutely. There's no discussion
Khalil
here.
Allen crushed the kicker. They're going to get a first down. And boy, that's just a bad mistake by any Sim squad.
And you hear the reaction from the Blue Valley side. 22 seconds to go in the first half.
Now, Blue Valley, like you said, 22 seconds. They got to be smart. Have multiple plays called at the line of scrimmage. Know what you're going to do in case the ball does get down inbounds.
Olson will remain the tailback. They will operate off the 1-yard line. They're going to run 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right for Walker Kinney on a first and goal down 11. Shotgun snap, bobbles it, rolls to the left side, scanning, throws for the end zone, and it's incomplete out of the back of the end zone. He was just throwing it away there. And now it's second and goal. 17 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, that play was just not going to work from the beginning. Kinney fumbled the exchange from the center and tried to finally catch it, and by the time he did, he was just all out of sync And nice coverage by this Mustangs defense. I mean, you normally think that's going to be a running play right there, but the defensive backs did a nice job covering and locking up the receivers.
2 left, 2 right. Olson, the deep back, out of the pistol. Tigers in desperate need of an answer here at the end of the first half. Kinney, short drop. He's going to throw a slant left side, incomplete behind Matt Kennedy. 3rd and goal for the Tigers.
Interesting. I know you don't have any timeouts, but you have the ball at the 2-yard line, and yeah, I would have at least tried one running play, spike it, do something. Trust in your offensive line. Trust in Olson, who is a very good running back. Instead, looks like now you're going to chuck it twice, and assuming you're going to chuck it here on this 3rd down play.
14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tigers down 11, 14-3, knocking on the door. Kinney, he's going to throw a fade back corner, incomplete, batted away. It was underthrown, and it's 4th and goal. And Alan Terrell is again going to call on the field goal unit.
Nice coverage. We've called Marco Collins' name a couple times for pass interference, but he was locked right there in that one-on-one battle against Dorian Stevens, and Collins was up to the task. What a job by this Mustang defense on those 3 plays.
Off the right hash. This will be an 18-yarder. Middleton drives it up and through, and that cuts the lead down to 8. 14-6. Middleton is connected on 2 field goals on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
Have you ever spent a night on
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
To punch it into the end zone, here is a squib kick that is going to be taken off the 18-yard line across the 30, getting down at the 34. Just 2 seconds remain in this first half. But Blue Valley,
6.
How many tries do you need?
6. That's crazy. I mean, it's just
inside the 3.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around this, because this is Blue Valley. This is not the Blue Valley Northwest or one of the other Blue Valley schools that don't have the reputation and the weight room and the strength and training programs. It's kind of hard to fathom that you just at least once try a running play to get it through there.
2 seconds, and we are not going to see the heralded golden arm of Graham Mertz take a shot here from 70 yards away. Instead, he's going to fall down to his right knee, and he's going to ride into halftime with a 14-6 lead, and he's going to run off like Baker Mayfield over there, shaking his arms at the student section, getting them fired up here in the rain at halftime. The Mustangs, an 8-point halftime lead over the Tigers of Blue Valley, 14-6. We throw it back to the studio. All Blue Valley North in that second quarter on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Back to Blue Valley, 14-6 your score as we get ready to start quarter number 3. The Mustangs lead over the Tigers of Blue Valley, and looking at those numbers from the first half, and for one team they're not bad, for the other team they're downright ugly. Walker Kinney threw for 120 yards in that first half, but his completion percentage less than 45%. They ran the ball 21 times, Blue Valley did as a team. They only picked up 19 carries in that first half, 21 yards on the ground for Blue Valley. On third down, 3 of 11 trying to convert. 3 first downs for Blue Valley were given to them by Mustang penalties. Blue Valley, they were stuck in the mud for the first 24 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they just could not get anything going. Some interesting play calling, some interesting mistakes, and it's going to be interesting. Now, speaking of interesting, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams battle the elements here. We were pretty dry for most of the first half. Late in the second quarter there's some rain started to come down, and now it is really coming down and blowing out of the north as the remnants of Tropical Storm Gordon have kind of made their way to Kansas City just in time for the second half. So you have to think that does help Blue Valley. We talked about it in pregame with the way that they should be able to run the ball effectively, but then again, they've not run the ball effectively all night long. So I am absolutely going to be curious to see what halftime adjustments were made by Coach Terrell. I got to think you got to get the ball into Eric Olson's hands somehow, some way, and make him a big part of this offense.
And that's something that I haven't talked about. I wanted to. After that game last week, I saw something really interesting on Eric Olson. Those next-gen stats they do, they talked about it last night in that Philadelphia Eagles-Atlanta Falcons game, talked about the next-gen stats, which is this player tracking technology that they have in the NFL. They've had it since 2016. Blue Valley was using that last week against Aquinas. There was a 32-yard carry for Eric Olson in that game. He clocked in at a top speed of 22.9 miles per hour.
That's trucking.
Since they started tracking those numbers in the NFL since 2016, the 22.9 mile per hour top speed is second to one person, and that's Tyreek Hill. Since they've been tracking, that's the second fastest top speed ever recorded by Next Gen Stats. Eric Olson did it last week against St. Thomas Aquinas, and again, like you mentioned, he is just not getting his number called.
Yeah, you got to find a way to get him more involved, especially with Todd is not going to play on the offensive side of the ball because of his bum ankle. You got to go with your weapons, and he is a weapon. And with Bergman out, one of their start receivers, you got to lessen the load on Walker Kenny. You got to make it so he isn't the only offensive weapon, and it was almost a single-man offense that first half. I mean, you got to be able to give them another weapon, so they can't just focus on Cameron Green, just can't focus on Walker Kenny. You've got to do some things to open things up.
Blue Valley, they kicked it off to start the ball game. They're going to return here in the second half, and Blue Valley North, they are taking their time getting the kicking unit out there. Blue Valley is all ready to go. Mustangs haven't even ran out their kicking unit. They were fired up going into the locker room. Graham Mertz came sprinting off the field, jumping up into the air, signaling at the student section, getting them fired up, and they are jumping on the opposite side away from us. And the Tigers over here on the near side, they're looking for the energy. Down 8, a grudge match from two of the best games in the metro area last year. Again, back in last September at Blue Valley North. Blue Valley trailed by 9. Inside 3 minutes to go in the game, scored a late touchdown, recovered an onside kick, kicked a game-winning field goal to win that one 34-33. They met in the semifinal of the 6A tournament last year. Blue Valley North in this building took down the Tigers in double overtime, 44-37. Graham Mertz had 5 touchdowns. Graham Mertz has got 2 more tonight, and now his kicking unit is out there. And this Mustang team, they lead 14-6 as we get ready to kick off quarter number 3. And the Tigers, they send Eric Olson and Brendan Barber back deep. Springer will tee this one off and boot it into a strong wind. The wind's going to bat it down at the 16-yard line. With a fed of steam, Brendan Barber scoots out across the 24 near the 25-yard line. And here comes Blue Valley. Again, we talked about those numbers. Walker Kinney, most notably, 45% completion rate.
Yeah, you know what? And that's kind of where he's been throughout his career. It was 42% last year, 46% last week. You got to be over 50%. You can't just be a one-dimensional quarterback. You got to be able to open the passing game up somehow, some way, and be accurate with your throws. And they would do that by opening up the running game. So I really think that they, again, got to get Eric Olson involved somehow, some way. Lean on your big offensive line. Let them do some blocking.
Opening drive of quarter number 3. They're going to have a fumbled exchange. Ball loose near the 27. Mustangs say they have it, but it looks like the Tigers are going to keep on to possession. Matt Kennedy, the receiver, aware, falls on the fumbled exchange.
Talk about avoiding disaster. Obviously, the ball's going to be wet because of the rain here, but That was a zone read again. We've seen them do that a lot here in this first half. Come out of the gate in the second half, you run a zone read right away, and the ball just slips out in the exchange between Olson and Kenny.
Second down. Kenny is going to fire a hitch route and complete it to Dorian Stevens, who gets upended at the 33-yard line. Sets up a 3rd and short play here for Blue Valley.
Just give me some old school Blue Valley football. Hand the football off to your big running back without a zone read. Make it work. Off tackle like you guys did in that first game against Aquinas in that first half.
3rd and 2 for the Tigers. Their opening drive of this third quarter, down 14-6. A minute, 10 seconds gone in this third quarter. They nearly turned the football over on their first play from scrimmage. Kenny gets the signal. Pistol snap. Turns, gives to Eric Olson. He's got room. 40, midfield, foot race. Eric Olson's going to win that one across the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he leaps into the end zone. Oh, the speed from Eric Olson makes a house call from 67 away.
Okay, told you. Seriously, nothing fancy about that play. You hand it off your left tackle, let him make the run, and guess what? Your offensive line blocks, and you hand it to your speedy running back, and he is gone. Simplicity sometimes is the most effective thing in high school football. And right there, you hand it off to your star running back, and he makes a big, big, big play. Boy, just talk about going from almost disaster to euphoria.
And now they're going to go for 2. The tank formation's out there. Kenny is going to take the snap. He's going to bootleg to the right side, looking to throw. Scrambling near the sideline. He shovels it underhand. It falls incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is no good, but Eric Olson has got the Tigers back within 2 at 14-12 after the home run ball. Stay with us on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
.10:31 to go third quarter, and Blue Valley, they desperately needed something to go right for them coming out of the locker room, and it did in the form of number 32, Eric Olson, the 6-foot, 185-pound senior tailback. Just put one in from 67 away on the ground, and now the ensuing kickoff is an end-over-end line drive kick. It is going to be taken at the 11-yard line by Hargens. He is going to break the wedge up near the 30-yard line, and now here comes Graham Mertz and that Mustang attack. They will take over at their own 31, now with a 2-point lead at 14-12.
Oh, we saw the running attack, but running attack by throwing it to your running back. Glorified handoffs in many different ways on swing passes, throwing the ball to Amari Pesek-Hickson. Excuse me, I was getting choked up there. Graham Mertz wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that here in this second half.
Mertz, 8 of 13, throwing the football, 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. The big one, a 60-yarder to Amari Pesek-Hickson in that first half. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And before this snap, a whistle, a flag, and it looks like a false start.
Yeah, far side receiver just went a hair too soon. Not the way you want to start out if you're the Mustangs, both from the defensive standpoint, but then right here, get out of the gate and you get a false start in your first offensive play.
And these winds have got the flags in the back end zone stiffened.
Yeah, it is nasty right now.
And the rain's still coming down here at Blue Valley. I mean, not sheets of it, but still it's considerable.
It's the type of rain that makes the ball really slippery, too.
1st and 15 after the false start. They're going to give to Pesic Hickson a little stutter step inside, and he carries a couple of black jerseys out to the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 14 for Blue Valley North.
It's not heavy rain like you said, Tim. It's just enough that it's coating the ball and going to make special teams a little dicey here in the second half.
Mustangs break huddle, 9:49 to go third quarter. Up 14-12 after the Tiger touchdown. 3 left, 1 right. Mertz, pressure in his face, gets rid of it off his back foot. Jump ball, caught by Cameron Burt across midfield in double coverage. What a grab by the 6'4 senior receiver, Cameron Burt.
Yeah, he went up over 2 guys. That's his ball. And he went up there, high-pointed it. But also, I'm going to give Graham Mertz a lot of credit right there because he knew he was going to get blasted by Sutton Williams, the big defensive end, and he did get blasted, but still was able to stay in the pocket, make the throw. And how about Cameron Burke coming down with that play? That was a big-time play. We saw him do that all last year a lot.
Had 125 yards through the air last week receiving. Pesic Hickson, give, near side, hits the far sideline. He's across the 35-yard line, and just like that, he's got 12 quick yards and a first down. Ball came out at the end.
Well, he's fun to watch.
Chains, yeah.
He's a difference maker. I mean, I know they didn't get him involved in the running game much last week, but I like how they've game planned for him tonight. Obviously, they saw on a couple receptions last week that he does have explosive ability, and it's amazing. If you've got a running back in this system, we saw that last year. They had a couple running backs that Grant Hamill and Tony Bergula that really opened up the offense and allowed it not to just be the Graham Mertz show.
Mertz, shotgun snap. He's got time. This time he sets up, zips a comeback right side that is incomplete, drop by Cameron Burt. That one was right on the number, and it's third down.
Put it
or second down. Sorry,
4.
Yeah,
on number 4, Cameron Burt, and yeah, you couldn't ask for much more. The offensive line did a good job blocking, picked up a blitz. Burt had a good route, and maybe that's when we see some of the wetness from the moisture cause a slip, because Burt's usually just very, very sure-handed, and that was a nice thrown ball by Mertz.
2nd and 10 after the drop. Mertz is going to give to Pesic Hickson, knifing through a hole, stumbling, still going, and dragging a tackler across the 25-yard line. 11 in a tough first down run by Amari Pesic.
What I also liked about that play, his offensive line ran up and continued to push the pile forward. I mean, this is Blue Valley North. For people that aren't used to this, seeing Blue Valley North, they've got a mean streak. They've got a sense of toughness about them. They developed it late during that state championship run last year. Didn't see a lot of it last week, but we're seeing some of it right there. They know that this is crunch time. They know they can take advantage and take a hold of this game and have to answer the Tigers' scorer.
8:20 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Mustangs on the move. Shotgun snap. Mertz all day to throw. Scanning. Now he's stepping up and he wants to run. And he is upended by Alex Tata again in the open field. Back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, we can't say enough about the job Tata has done tackling.
Yeah, he's not big. Let's be honest. Alex Tata's not very big. He goes, about 5'10", 175, 185 pounds, and he's tackling a 6'4", 205 pound, and he's taking him down multiple times tonight. 1-on-1.
3 left, 1 right. Mertz, short drop, stepping up in the pocket. Now he's going to throw late. It is incomplete. And it's going to be third down for Blue Valley North. He was looking for the post over the middle, and he overthrew it by a hair.
Just a little bit. He's going to want that one back because Burt was there. He had his man beat, and he did a nice job of stepping up into the pocket. The blocking was there. The pocket was for him. He stepped up into it and just threw it just a hair too far to the inside.
7:34 to go in the third quarter. 14-12, Blue Valley North leads. A tough third down. They got to get down to the Tiger 13 to keep the drive alive. Mertz, shotgun snap, pressure coming, gets rid of it, left side in the flat. Oh, and getting blown up on the far side was Cameron Burt, and it's 4th down.
Eric Olson. Two-way football. Blue Valley traditionally doesn't have a ton of two-way guys, but this year they do. After you score the touchdown, you have to come out and play defense, and he made an outstanding open field tackle, because if he does not make that tackle, that's a 1st down and maybe all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now it's 4th and 5. Off the 18 of Blue Valley. Mustangs are going to go for it. Mertz with an empty backfield, shouting out instructions. Hard count, low snap, pressure in his face. Gonna get dropped back at the 30-yard line. Oh, like a heat-seeking missile. Blake Richmeyer through the line, and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we saw that coming. At the line of scrimmage. You saw that Blue Valley was going to bring pressure. They brought Alex Tata from the outside, which then opened things up to the inside, and Richmeyer was able to come through, blast through. That play just was not going to work from the beginning. Outstanding job by the Tigers defense to hold up when it looked like the Mustangs had all the momentum. Now we'll see what the Tigers offense can do. Do they go back to that running attack? I do, if I'm calling plays for the Tigers.
Last time Eric Olson touched it, made a trip to the end zone from 67 yards away. This time off the 28, they're going to give to Olson, trying to run right side across the hash. He is out near the 39-yard line. That's going to be 11 and a 1st down.
I'll take 11 yards a pop.
39 of Blue Valley. The Tigers go quickly to the line. Here's a snap. Kenny is going to fake it, throw over the middle, batted up and incomplete. Now a flag flies. There was contact before the ball arrived.
Yeah, but that's in the interior of the line. At least he threw it toward the interior of the line.
But he threw it late.
Yeah.
He threw it after the ball was batted down. And it is going to be against Blue Valley, and boy.
Legal man downfield.
The offensive line did not like that call.
I think they called the legal man downfield. There you go. You see that happen a lot on these run-pass options that the quarterback have. The offensive lines sometimes get downfield. I remember watching an OU K-State game a few years back where K-State was just killing Oklahoma with that run-pass option, and watching Mike Stoops just go berserk on the sideline trying to get one of those calls, and never did get one that day. It still worked out for OU that day, but good job by the referee right there, because that was the right call.
1st and 15, low snap. Kenny is going to roll left. Pressure coming from his backside. He's going to step up, and he's got room to run across the 40 to the 45, extends the ball to the 46, and he gets all those penalty yards back and then some. A carry of 12 yards for Walker Kenny, and he was not going to run off the snap. Wanted to throw that ball and made a wise decision, stepped up.
Yeah, and actually probably should have been tackled in the backfield. Tim Foster, the weak side linebacker, just took a poor angle. Should have been able to take a proper angle and have Walker Kenny dead to right in the backfield, but a poor angle and some athleticism by Walker Kenny turns it into a nice game.
2nd and 3. They're going to give to Olson, running straight up the middle, has the 1st down. Hard running across midfield into Mustang territory to the 46, 6:22 to go 3rd quarter.
This is starting to look like Blue Valley football right now. We're starting to see them start to lean on this defensive line, use their bigger bodies, use their strength and weight training that they're famous for, and then also hand the football off to their star running back. Got to do more of that.
Tigers moving it with some rhythm now, down 14-12. And we're just about halfway through quarter number 3 from Blue Valley in the rain. 3 to the right. Kenny, pistol snap, fakes to Olson. He's going to step up. He wants to run. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another arm tackle, and he's across the 40 to the 39 of Blue Valley North. And you didn't like the decision to run, but he made something good happen.
He sure did. And you're right, running through arm tackles. This Blue Valley North defense is tired already on this drive. They're trying to rotate new bodies in on almost every single play. You cannot arm tackle a big kid like that. He won't go down easy.
2nd and 4, Kenny adjusts the play at the line, checks the near sideline. 11 on the play clock. Tigers down 2 with the ball and moving. Pistol snap. He's going to zip a hitch route that is tipped up and intercepted on the near side, and getting down on the pick. It was thought Mossy, and the Mustangs are in business.
Wow. Tipped balls kill quarterbacks. That's not his fault. Not his fault at all. Not Walker Kidney's fault at all, but what an interception. What a turn of events there. We saw this last year. The Blue Valley North's defense was a kind of a bend but don't break type defense, and they were very opportunistic. They made key plays when they needed to, and right there, that was a key play. Just be in the right spot, right time to get that football back.
Sorry, was that Marco Collins?
It was Marco Collins, yeah. We've picked on him a little bit tonight with a couple pass interferences, but he's made 2 really fine plays here the last couple times he's been tested.
Mertz back to work. Play fake, zips it out to the flat, and getting dislodged from the football was Danny Nam, second down.
Tell you what, Eric Olson can Olson can play for me. Boy, oh boy, another open field tackle right there. Now they called Matt Kennedy on the loudspeaker here, but it wasn't Matt Kennedy. It was Eric Olson coming up and making the open field separation.
So after the Marco Collins interception, an incompletion on first, it's 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. They're going to give to Pesic Hickson, looking for a cutback. He's going to reverse field, and now he's dead to rights. Dropped back by Rich Meyer again. They're going to call that one a loss of 4.
That's great fundamental defense there by the Tigers. You often see the backside defensive end. They work on it in practice. You got to get as deep as the ball carrier. You have to keep outside leverage for the cutback. And guess what? Great job there by the Tigers defense. Rich Meyer did a nice job of keeping that outside leverage, keeping deep, and the running back ran right back into him. Nice play.
That time it was a matter of Pesic Hickson trying to do too much. He's been electric tonight, but that one not a smart play. 3rd and 14. Mertz, shotgun snap, has time, is going to zip it left side. It is high and batted down, nearly intercepted by Brendan Barber, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, those are the plays we saw a lot last year where he threw it to Dylan Freeberg, and Freeberg went up and got it. Won those one-on-one battles, and Burt just could not come up and get high enough to get that one today.
So Marco Collins picks off Walker Kinney, but then Blue Valley North goes 4 yards backwards, and the punt unit is on there, so no harm, no foul there for the Tigers.
Great job by the Tigers defense.
And now the snap gets away from the punter. It's loose, and it's covered at the 24-yard line. How about that momentum switch for the Tigers?
Bad snap. Not the punter's fault there. It landed a yard in front of him. He was able just great. We talked about special teams being a big factor when this kind of icky weather, and right there, it was. Bad snap.
And now all of a sudden the Blue Valley student section is jumping. Tigers back in business after the pick. They force a 3 and out, and then in the rain, the punter drops the snap. Blue Valley has got it back at the Mustang 24-yard line going in. 3 right, 1 left for Kinney. Pistol snap. Gives to Olson. Behind left guard. Breaks free. Across the 15-10 near sideline. 5 dives! In! Eric Olson, another touchdown on the ground. Even more athletic that time at number 32. A 24-yard carry. And now Blue Valley is on top.
Just tremendous individual effort. You were right there with the way that you described it, Tim. He cut back. He fought through some garbage. Guys trying to get him down at his legs and ankles and his knees, and he just fought through and made a nice last-second cut to the pylon, and nothing was going to stop him. Funny what happens, you start handing the football off to your star running back, and good things happen. Outstanding answer by this Blue Valley squad.
Blue Valley had 21 rush yards in the first half. Eric Olson has 99 on 2 carries in the third quarter. Kinney, they're going to go for 2, is going to roll right, roll back to the 15-yard line, step up, and now throw into the back of the end zone, incomplete over everything. And again, Blue Valley fails on a 2-point conversion. So the score will stay 18-14, but the Tigers have exploded out of the locker room behind number 32. They lead by 4 on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
For G-O-V, remember 913.
WHB Kansas City.
The ensuing kickoff is taken by the Mustang up man out to the 34-yard line of Blue Valley North. And here come the Mustangs. They had a great first half, great second quarter. They led 14-6 after the first half. Blue Valley has come back and punched them in the mouth in the third quarter, and they now trail 18-14.
Yeah, this is going to be a great finish, Tim. We saw this last two times that these teams have played. This one's setting up to be a fun finish here.
4:05 to go, third quarter. Graham Mertz has thrown 2 touchdowns. Both came in the first half. He's going to open this drive by giving to Pesic Hickson, who finds a little room behind left guard out near the 39-yard line. 5 quick yards on first down.
Tell you what, if Tata does not make the shoestring tackle there, he might still be running because that thing had opened up and there was an opportunity for him to gash some big yardage there, Pesic Hickson.
2nd and 5. 3 right, 1 left. Mertz checks the sideline. It's been all Pesic Hickson in the backfield in this second half. Again, Nick Detmer was the man that started at tailback. But Pesic Hickson's been carrying the load. Blue Valley's showing pressure. They bring it. They dump it off in the flat to Pesic Hickson. 45, spins off 1, gets to midfield, a first down on a catch and run of 11 for Pesic Hickson.
That's a great awareness by Graham Mertz right there. Saw the blitzer coming from the outside. Threw the ball right to where the blitz was vacated from, and Pesic Hickson just doing what he's done all game long, getting up the field and gobbling up yards.
3:18 to play third quarter. Mustangs right at midfield. Down 4 to the Tigers of Blue Valley. This is your 6A state champ from a year ago. The future Badger quarterback. Shotgun snap, pressure in his face, steps up. He wants to run. He's going to tuck it near sideline, dunk out of bounds. Just short of the 45. Call it a gain of about 4 yards as he gets dropped near those black jerseys on the sideline. And it's second down.
Tell you what, this is set, like I said, setting up to be a fun finish, and what's going to be sad is one of these teams are going to be 0-2 after this, and they're going to be a very deceptive 0-2. They're both proving to me tonight they're both pretty good teams.
This Blue Valley North team, they weren't good out of the gate last season.
Oh, you're right.
But again, they won it all in 6A, taking down Derby in the state championship game at Emporia last year. Shotgun snap on a 2nd and 6. They're going to pitch it to Pesic Hickson, drop the football, and he covers it back in midfield.
Just tried to go too fast there.
And that was near disaster for Blue Valley North.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He just tried to go right before, he tried to run before you caught the pitch, and he's made some amazing catches here tonight right there. That was one where he'd certainly like to have back because I think there was a lane for him to get some yards.
Blue Valley North was cruising, but then after the fumble, it's 3rd and 11. Can Mertz dig him out of this hole? He's got 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, pressure in his face. A tunnel screen is dropped, and it's 4th down. Eric Roberts, the intended target, but even if he catches that cleanly, it looked like the Tigers had sniffed it out.
Yeah. Well defended, well defended. I like what Blue Valley did there. They played man up and rolled a safety over to the trip side. They were prepared for that play.
Punt unit back out there for Blue Valley North. And last time it was trouble as Cameron Burt dropped the snap and Blue Valley fell on it at the Mustang 24-yard line, putting him in great field position for an Eric Olson touchdown. This snap is a clean one. Burt running out of time, gets away, a boomer. It's going to hit at the 25, take a Mustang hop inside the 20 and get down at the 18-yard line. Good-looking punt by Cameron Burt under duress. And here comes the Tigers attack. They've had 2 possessions in this third quarter. They've resulted in 2 Eric Olson rushing touchdowns. This is the 3rd time they'll touch it in the quarter. Let's see if they can keep rolling with 2:02 to play in the 3rd.
I hope they do, because I think you got to continue to feed the ball to your running back that's been very, very effective tonight. Your offensive line's feeling it. And sometimes the simple things are the best things in a weird, wet type of situation. Just keep handing the football off to your star running back.
To go back to that earlier point about Blue Valley North, they started last year 1-3. They're going to open up this drive by giving to Eric Olson, running behind left guard. Hole opens up, making men miss across the 25, cutting back, reversing field 30, and he's dragged down to the 33-yard line. Eric Olson is a magic man in this third quarter.
I don't think we can describe how beautiful that play was, no matter how many adjectives we use, and because the way that he sliced through that defense and just managed to find cutback lane after cutback lane, it was a thing of beauty, Tim.
2 receivers bunched to the left side on this 1st and 10 play. 2 receivers split wide to the right side for Blue Valley. Kinney, pistol snap, is going to run an option keeper, getting out the back door across the 41. He scampers out of bounds near the 42, gain of 9.
Olson finally needs a breather, so Bo Palmer's going to come in here on this snap.
And the Tigers' starting tailback is, again, only playing on the defensive side of the ball tonight, Alex Tata. That's where they missed him the most, I think, last week against Aquinas.
Oh, imagine how much he's been important tonight, because he's had to make those big tackles one-on-one against Graham Mertz. If he's not there multiple times, I think Mertz is able to get some big yards on those quarterback scrambles.
2nd and a yard after the 9-yard scamper by Walker Kinney. North showing pressure. Kinney is going to play fake, step up, evade a sack, and now he's going to run and pick up a 1st down across the 45 near the 48, and Walker Kinney doing his best Eric Olson impression.
I like that. Big, strong kid, hard to bring down. And I'm not a big fan of when they try to zone read with him. That was a scramble there on that play, but I like it when they just are on quarterback power because he's so strong. We saw that strength right there. He's tough to bring down.
Minute 20 to go in this third quarter. Tigers up 4, 18-14. Have outscored the Mustangs 12-0 in this third quarter. Looking to add to it. Kinney, pistol snap, is going to flare it out near side. Sloan picking up blocks across the 40, breaks a tackle 30. Push, no, he didn't go! He's still on his feet! He's in the end zone! Nash Sloan! From 53 yards away, the Mustangs thought they had pushed him out. He somehow toes the sideline, keeps going. 53 yards later, the Tigers have added another touchdown.
Got to give a lot of credit to Matt Kennedy. I mean, obviously Sloan did a tremendous job at tiptoeing the sidelines, but how about the block on the perimeter by Matt Kennedy, taking 2 Mustang defenders down with his block. And boy, oh boy, has this game turned around big time.
Matt Kennedy on the touchdown reception. And what a job to stay in bounds. And now Blue Valley is in control. On for the extra point, Bradley Middleton. High snap, hold down, and now whistles and a flag. The kick was good, but they tried to blow it dead.
That was fun. That was a fun play. It just looked like a simple kind of pitch out to the toss to the flat.
So delay a game. And now Blue Valley is going to have to try this extra point kick off the 15. It'll be a 25-yard extra point kick, and Kennedy will boot it through once again. So Middleton adds on the extra point, and Blue Valley now has taken a 9-point lead, 25-14 over the Mustangs on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week. High kick into the wind is going to be taken by McCullough off the 2-yard line with a head of steam on the far hash across the 25, and he's tripped up near the 26-yard line. And here come the Mustangs, and Blue Valley has turned it on in the third quarter.
22 unanswered points here by this Tigers squad. Halftime adjustments were made. Obviously, decided we're going to hand the ball off to Olson more. That's worked. Also like what they're doing on defense. They're continuing to force Graham Mertz to have to make quick throws. And
does this offense have an answer now with 53 seconds to go in the third quarter? Mertz with time. He's going to zip it right side and complete it, dragging a man across the 40 out near the 45-yard line. Gain of about 19 there. Second catch of the ball game for Sean Hendershot.
Nice pitch and catch right there. You give him time, good things can happen.
First and 10 from their own 45. Go the Mustangs. This time pressure coming, and this pass is batted down. They were looking for Burt on a hitch route to the left, and they got batted down. Brendan Barber in coverage, and it's second and 10.
Yeah, you guys couldn't hear it, but the Blue Valley crowd wanted a hold there, and I think they probably deserved to get one called there. Man, Mason Richmond was held on that play.
3 left, 1 right, and now they're going to empty out the backfield by sending Pesakixon to the right side. Second and 10, inside 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Mertz is going to zip it left side, and he's going to throw it incomplete, third and 10. Looking for Danny Nam. That pass low and away.
Yeah, that's one Mertz is going to want back because Nam was open, simple, just turn around and be there, but he was not accurate with his throw.
Blue Valley North, you were talking about it in pregame. This is the issue with the offense. They don't call a lot of runs, and so you see a lot of these situations. Third and long for the Mustangs. Mertz has time. Now he's running out of time. Stepping up, scrambling to the left side. He's running out of room to run. He's going to try to make a man miss. He turns his feet, spins off another. He's got a first down to the 40 of Blue Valley. He made a whole lot of something out of absolutely nothing.
There's no way that he should have gotten a first down there. No way. But he managed to fight, claw, spin, and get the first down. That's the type of play that the nation's second-ranked quarterback going to play football in the Big Ten makes. Outstanding effort there.
To the 37 of Blue Valley. The Mustangs keep ticking on this drive. That was a huge conversion on a 3rd and 10. Mertz did it on his own.
It's kind of reminiscent of what we saw during that playoff run last year. Those types of plays.
23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Shotgun snap. They're going to dump it out to Pesakixon in the flat. It is incomplete. And getting up in the passing lane, making that one tough to grab, was Mason Richmond, but he almost picked that off.
Yeah. Wow. And, Richmond is a big guy, 6'5", 240 pounds, so Mertz just barely got it up and over. Maybe lucky he was a little bit inaccurate with that one, because if he's more accurate, that might be a pick six and might be ball game.
And if he picks it, we're going to see that 6'5", 240-pound junior defensive end run for a long time. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mustangs trail by 11, 25-14. Shotgun snap. Mertz with time. He's going to zip this one deep down the middle. Hold in! Burt drags him into the end zone, and the Mustangs strike back on the right arm of Graham Mertz. 37-yard strike to Cameron Burt.
Oh, my Lord. That is a big league throw. Great protection by your offensive line, but how about that throw? And how about the catch? Cameron Burt went up and got it with guy draped all over him. But that was a major league throw by Graham Mertz right there to be able to put that right on the money to your receiver. Boy, Tim, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have a fun finish here. That's the type of play that you expect your Division I quarterback to make.
The two matchups last year were unbelievable, down to the wire finishes, and we could be headed towards another. Blue Valley North is going to go for two. Empty backfield for Mertz. It can cut it to a 3-point game, so this is a big play with the clock stopped on the 2-point conversion. Mertz, shotgun snap. He's going to zip it right side for Pesic Hickson. Gets knocked down, incomplete. Pesic Hickson wanted a penalty flag, didn't get it. So they missed a 2-point conversion, but the touchdown strike has cut this lead down to 5. 25-20. We've got a ball game on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
This place, despite the wind, despite the rain, it is bouncing from Blue Valley. They are having some fun, and so are we. 25-20 after the third touchdown pass of the game by Graham Mertz, the second touchdown catch of the game for Cameron Burt, and it's down to a 5-point lead for the Tigers. This kick is going to be an end-over-end kick. It is going to be fielded at the 21-yard line by Brendan Barber, making one man miss and getting out near the 30, spinning, still on his feet, and drags a man to the 35, and the Tigers, not bad field position to start this drive, just 6 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Interesting to see how aggressive they are out of the gate here. And your passing game got you a big touchdown, but it was all predicated by what you did with your running game, and Eric Olson has just been outstanding here in this second half.
Matt Kennedy, the man that scored that last touchdown for Blue Valley, a 53-yarder where he towed the sideline and scampered alone down the sideline. They're going to open this drive by giving it Olson behind right guard, and that time the white jerseys were waiting for him. He picks up a yard, and that is going to wind us down to the end of quarter number 3. What a quarter it was. Blue Valley scores 3 touchdowns to start the frame. Graham Mertz says, I'm not done, finds Cameron Burt for a second time tonight. It's a 5-point game heading into quarter number 4 on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Thank you, John, and back from Blue Valley as we open up quarter number 4, a 25-20 lead for the Tigers with the football. At their own 37-yard line, a 2nd and 8 is how we will start quarter number 4, and it will be Walker Kinney back to the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fakes to Olson, throws over the middle. He connects to Sloan across midfield into Mustang territory to the 44.
How about that? Sloan becoming a big part of his passing game here in this second half.
19 yards on the reception for Sloan. And Blue Valley North now, defensively, they really need a stop. The offense got rolling again on the last drive. They need to keep it within a score for Graham Mertz and that offense. Even holding Blue Valley to a field goal would be considered a win right now for Blue Valley North, the way that Blue Valley has moved the football in quarter number 3. 3 left, 1 right. Kinney shotgun snap pressure from his backside, gets rid of it to Eric Olson in the flat, and he lowers his shoulder and runs over a man and gets out to the 37. Gain of 8 yards on first down for Eric Olson out of the backfield.
I don't know how we can justify describing how excellent of a catch that was. That was not a well-thrown ball at all by Walker Kinney, and Olson somehow, some way goes down to his shoestrings to make the catch and then get some positive yardage out of it too.
Blue Valley inflicting their will in this second half on the offensive side of the football. Can the Mustangs make a stand? 2nd and short. They fake to Olson. Kinney with a run-pass option is going to throw it deep down the sideline. Jump ball is hauled inside the 10-yard line. Dorian Stevens making a huge grab.
Wow. We've seen him go up and attempt to make some big catches the last couple of weeks. He's not made very many, but right there, he went up and high-pointed the ball, won it one-on-one, and went up and won that battle over Marco Collins.
That's a gutsy throw.
Yeah.
1st and goal off the 8-yard line come the Tigers. Line up with 3 to the right side, 1 to the left side, and Eric Olson remains the tailback to the left of Walker Kinney. Short drop. Kinney wants to throw. He's going to scramble left. He's going to throw a jump ball into the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. 2nd and goal. Looking for Kennedy. He had a touchdown last drive, and now 2nd and goal. And Blue Valley has looked good in the second half, but their issues have come inside the 10-yard line in this ball game. Twice they've been held to field goals on goal-to-go situations today.
Yeah, I have a feeling with the way that Graham Mertz is heating up, field goals aren't going to be enough.
Kinney, short drop. He's going to fire a slant route right side. Low ball is hauled in. Cameron Green collects the touchdown, and now they say incomplete.
Yeah, I thought that one was incomplete. I didn't think it was complete.
The side judge overrules the back judge. They changed the call, and it's 3rd and goal.
Well,
they're still celebrating.
And the back judge doesn't have can't see. He was kind of screened out by the way that the play was there. It looked like it was an incomplete pass. At least we're way up here though, but I think they got that one right.
So 3rd and goal, and now Blue Valley has got to collect themselves after celebrating that would have been touchdown. Kinney, short drop, getting chased from behind, stepping up, zipping for the end zone. It is caught! Matt Kennedy, a 2nd touchdown grab in the second half, and the Tigers have scored on 4 straight drives. What a ball by Walker Kinney.
Yeah, that's. Tell you what, we talked about his. We've talked enough over the last couple of years, Tim, about his arm strength, and he showed that off right there. That was just flat out impressive.
They will line up to go for 2 again. Kinney, pistol snap, looking right, throws a fade for the back corner. It is batted down, incomplete. But 6 more for Walker Kinney in this Tiger attack. They lead 31-20. Does Graham Mertz have another one in him on your Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week?
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Has been unstoppable in this second half. They are back up 11. They had 6 points at the break. It's 31-20 right now, Tigers. And the Mustangs needing a rally. 10-19 to go in the ball game. Line drive kick is going to get bobbled and picked up by McCullough near the 7-yard line. Near hash, 15-20, and he's dropped there. And here comes Graham Mertz.
You know, when you're able to run the ball effectively, it's amazing how much of your offense opens up, the other parts of the offense, because you just have safeties creep up trying to stop the run. You have linebackers biting on run plays, and that's a lot of what we've seen in this second half has been play-action passes, and the receivers are winning their one-on-one battles, but a lot of that's predicated because of the success that Eric Olson's had running the football.
Mertz threw a dime from 37 yards away, a touchdown strike to end their last drive. He's got to go 79 yards off the 21 to make this a one-possession game again. Shotgun snap, throws a hitch, left side, completes it at the 26, and getting ridden out of bounds was Hendershot. Call that a gain of 5. Inside 10 to go in the ball game. As your reigning 6A state champion that started the year 1-3 a year ago and closed 7-1 to end the season last year. Mertz back to work on a second down. Flares out to Pesic Hickson. Picks up a downfield block. Has a first down 40. Stutter step 45. Far sideline midfield. And he's dragged down from behind. Another big gain through the air for Pesic Hickson. And he's got Blue Valley North into Tiger territory.
Yeah, that's a pass, but that's a glorified run. Cameron Burke did a nice job of blocking on the perimeter. Just tossed it out to Pesic Hickson, and he did the rest. That's almost a handoff in this Blue Valley North offense.
Now can the Mustangs stay out of their own way? They've had a lot of penalties in this game that have hurt them after starting off drives just like the way we've seen this one start off. They've got a 1st and 10 here after the catch and run. Mertz, short drop. He's going to throw a slant route left side, incomplete. Too strong for Eric Roberts, 2nd and 10.
He's going to want that one back when he watches film. Boy, oh boy. It was wide open. Eric Roberts did a nice route. The Z receiver cut in on the slant, and Mertz airmailed it.
2nd down, 10 to go. Got to get out to the Tiger 39, 9-16. The clock is an issue for Blue Valley North, down 11. Mertz is going to give to Pesic Hickson, looking for a cutback lane. He climbs out across the 47, near the 46. About 3 yards on 2nd down, sets up a 3rd and 7. And this is 4-down territory.
It has to be.
3rd and 7. You don't have to get it all here knowing you're going to go for it. But at least a good chunk, at least 4 or 5 yards here for Andy Sims and company. Empty backfield.
Certainly would be focused on Cameron Burt if I'm the Tigers.
Burt is wide to the right. Blue Valley showing pressure. They're going to throw it over the middle. Danny Nam dropped the slant, 4th down.
And that's not a play you expect from one of your senior leaders. That was put right on the money. That was the right read by Graham Mertz. Line did a great job. Receiver just did not come up with a catch.
They got to go for it. 4th and 7. They need this. 8:32 to go in the ball game. Mertz, short drop. He's going to zip it right side, low and incomplete. A turnover on downs for Blue Valley North.
Yeah, you got to make that catch on that third down. That's a first down if he makes that catch.
And now Tiger football, 8:28 to go in the ball game, up 31-20. They have come alive in this second half. And they can try to finish off the deal here.
Maybe the dagger?
Yeah.
It's coming.
A field goal would keep Blue Valley North alive. But again, if Blue Valley can take off a considerable amount of time here too, that really hurts the Mustangs. From the 46, Kinney turns, gives to Olson straight up the middle, lowers his shoulder, drives his feet across midfield in to Mustang territory on a gain of 5.
Last couple plays here, last couple drives here, we've seen this Blue Valley offensive line take over and push this Blue Valley North defensive line way back. Right there on that play, there were six or seven Blue Valley North defenders back 8, being pushed back 6 or 7 yards on that play. Just a tremendous push by this Tigers offensive line. And last week we saw the Tigers, they were hot, they were tired, they were hands on hips, they were out of gas, and they were getting it taken to them. But tonight they're doing the taking too.
And now a Mustang being helped off the field. And a reminder to check out the Papa John's Pizza Fan Challenge now through Saturday. Blue Valley fans can use online promo code 810Tigers. And North fans can use 810 Mustangs at papajohns.com. You receive 30% off your order. 10% of that goes back to the Booster Club. So after the Mustang gets off the field, it'll be 2nd and 5. And yeah, this offensive line right now for Blue Valley, they are dictating this second half. Kinney turns, gives to Olson. Behind left guard, pushes the pile forward across the first down sticks. A gain of 6 and another first down.
Yep, again.
And that clock rolls inside of 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 11-point lead for Blue Valley. 31-20. It was 14-6 Blue Valley North at halftime.
What an answer by the Tigers.
1st and 10. Olson remains steady back. Kinney lost the snap, and he's going to have to cover it up back in midfield. That's a loss of 7.
Boy, yikes. It's one of the disadvantages about being in the shotgun when you're trying to run the ball. Bad snap in the rain, and suddenly you're back 7 or 8 yards because of a bad snap mishandled by the quarterback.
And maybe that'll breathe some life into the Mustangs here. 7:10 to go. And a 2nd and long play. 2nd and 17. They got to get out to the 33 of Blue Valley North for a first down. Kinney pistol snap. He's going to play fake. Bootleg right. He's going to zip it down the sideline for Cameron Green. Sliding attempt is incomplete. And now it's 3rd and real long. Clock stopped at 6:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do go back to Cameron Green one more time. I don't know. The way your defense has been playing, I almost wonder if you go conservative and try a screen pass or do something to kind of get the ball into Olson's hands, maybe a draw play. I know it's a lot of yards to go, though.
At least keep that clock rolling.
Exactly.
Kinney checks the near sideline. 3 right, 1 left. Pistol snap. He wants to throw. He's going to air it out deep towards Cameron Green. Caught it. Steps out of bounds at the 33-yard line, right at the sticks. He was wide open. Beat Marco Collins. And is he going to be short? They're going to call for a measurement.
It's tough. That's on the total opposite side of the field. Yeah, you got to measure that.
They're going to call for the measurement. He stepped out right at the line to go.
And you're right. He was wide open. And you can't, you got to imagine that he's going to be able to throw that football to Cameron Green. If you're going to throw the football. Let's get some scores here from the A10 varsity scoreboard real quick. Park Hill's up 20-7 over Liberty North. A great game tonight. Staley's up 14-7 over Lee Summit. I tell you what, Lee Summit, regardless of the final score, it looks like they're for real. Raytown is blasting Raytown South. No surprise there in the rivalry game, 35-0. Platte County is down 21-6 to Kearney. That's no surprise there. Rockhurst looks like they are not going to suffer from a hangover there. They're up 31-10 over Ray-Pec.
Yeah, and some people were curious as to how Ray-Pec would play them.
Yeah.
Because Ray-Pec started the year very well. And they are going to be just short here as they measure.
Do a couple quick scores on the Kansas side. Mill Valley goes up over St. James 14-13 with 30 seconds left. We'll see how that game goes. And Bishop Miege finally turns the gas on against Blue Valley West. They're up 40. That's actually fine. Just one final 49-7 over Blue Valley West. Aquinas turns the gas on too over Blue Valley Southwest. They're up, and that just went final too, 49-6 over the Timberwolves.
Here we go, 4th and 1 for Blue Valley. They measure, they were short, they need a yard to keep the drive alive. Kinney from the pistol, turns, gives to Olson. He is going to drive his feet forward near the sticks. It is close.
I just do not think he even got it.
The Mustang defense ran straight off the field, and they have gotten a stop on downs to keep Mertz and this offense's chance alive.
Wow, good answer.
It is worth noting, in that first game of the year last year between these two teams, North led by 9 inside 3 minutes to go.
You're right.
Blue Valley scored a touchdown, got the onside kick, kicked a field goal, won that game, 34-33.
Great memory right there.
Blue Valley North, well, compared to that, they're sitting pretty. They got 6:46 to go. Down 11. Mertz, shotgun snap, throws right side on the slant, tipped up and incomplete. Another drop for Eric Roberts. He has had issues. I don't know whether it's the rain, the wind, or what, but
and he had some drops last week too against Miege. That's
gotta have it.
Gotta have those. Clutch time, have to have those receptions.
It was a little bit low, but it still is right in the hands. You're not having to get on the ground. You can still catch that and keep on running.
Yeah. And as much 7-on-7 as these guys do, he's made that catch 1,000 times this summer.
2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. Looking right. Pump fake. Pump and go for Cameron Burt. Overshot it. 3rd and 10.
Nice job. Nice coverage. 2 guys right there. They know that they're going to go Cameron Burt. 2 guys in Burt's pocket. Hip pocket.
And Mertz has got a clock in the back of his head. He knows it. Blue Valley has lived in that backfield in this second half. They need a big play. And you go back to the drop on first down. You would have loved to have that back. 3 right, 1 left. Mertz, low snap, hits the turf, picks it back up. He's just got to get rid of this one. It's 4th down.
Yep, trying to do too much.
And again, he knew that clock was expiring. 4th and 10, 6:31 to go, and Blue Valley North is going to bring on the punt unit. That's the white flag, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And to hope your defense can get a quick 3 and out or get a turnover somehow, some way.
Jake Morris back deep for Blue Valley. Cameron Burt will do the punting duties for Blue Valley North. He will boot this one away. A high spiraling kick is going to hit at the 20, roll inside the 15, and get down near the 14-yard line with 6:20 to go in the 4th quarter. And I will say this. I said it in the pregame. These two teams have met in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Andy Sims just wants to keep the playbook shut?
I don't know about that. I think this one is, you have an opportunity to come back and make a comeback. I just don't see that. I mean, yes, you're going to save some wrinkles for later on in the season, but this is at this point when you're trying to get some momentum going offensively, you got to be able to do something quickly.
31-20.
Throw it all out.
Blue Valley. 6:20 to go in this 4th quarter. Up 11, they take over at their own 13-yard line. They're going to give to Olson, running left side, bouncing it out across the 15, 20. Drives forward near the 21. It's going to be 8 yards. on first down.
Just got an update from that Aquinas game here. Tank Young continues to dominate. Had touchdown runs at 22, 72, and 4 yards. On 3 of his touchdowns, at 151 yards on just 7 carries tonight.
That's not a bad stat
151
line.
yards on 7 carries, and 3 of them were for touchdowns. That's pretty damn impressive.
I've seen worse stat lines.
Yeah.
2nd and 2. Olson straight up the middle. He may be short of that first down marker. It's right at the sticks. No signal yet. They may have to measure. They stop the clock. 5:30 to go, fourth quarter, for the time being. From here, it looks short. But again, I don't have great eyes, so.
All right, let's do some quick updates again from the Kansas side of things. It is gone final. Mill Valley was able to come back and beat rival St. James 14-13 with 14 unanswered points. How about this? Ryan Cornelson, the new coach at Gardner Edgerton. They're now 2-0 with a nice victory over Olathe West. Shawnee Mission East rebounds their win 43-13 over Lawrence High.
So they measure, and they do give the Tigers the first down on the Eric Olson run. Sent out of their own 23-yard line, out of the shadow of their goalpost. 5:20 to go. The rain still whipping around here at Blue Valley, but the Tigers have handled it much better in the second half than Blue Valley North. Letting that play clock roll all the way down. It's inside 3 seconds. Kinney takes the snap. He's going to flare it out left side and ducking out of bounds.
Not what you want to do.
Near the 26. Get it out to Matt Kennedy.
Come on, you guys stay in bounds.
And that only picks up 3 yards. Eric Olson's been running at a much better clip than that. Maybe trying to keep him sleeping, or maybe trying to catch him sleeping on the outside. Second down. Clock stopped at 5:03 to go in the fourth. 31-20, Blue Valley leads. Kinney, short drop, pressure coming from the backside. He gets dropped back at the 23-yard line, and I don't know what. Why? Why are you throwing the football?
Why?
And it's 3rd and 10 now all of a sudden, and a timeout, Blue Valley North.
Wow.
4:51, we're not done. Not by a long shot. 31-20, 4:51 to go, and now a 3rd and 10 facing the Tigers.
Yeah, again, I'm right there with you, Tim. I don't get that one. Not only do you throw the ball once on the perimeter where the guy gets pushed out of bounds, but then you throw another one. They were trying to go deep on that one. Just hand the ball off to Olson and let him chug some yards out, and if he doesn't get the first down, okay. Clock goes, forces him to call the timeout. But, yeah, that one, don't get that.
And I'm kind of eating crow after saying Blue Valley North threw in the white flag by punting on their 4th and 10 last time. Now it's kind of making Andy Sims look like a genius. You got to get this stop, though, on a 3rd and 10. You go back to the last drive. Even though Blue Valley ultimately missed it on 4th and 1, they had a 3rd and 16, if you'll remember. They completed a 15-yard pass to Cameron Green to set up that 4th and 1. Similar situation here, a 3rd and 10. Benefits Blue Valley North, but last drive, Blue Valley dialed something up. Kinney claps his hands. Here's the snap out of the pistol. Pressure coming. Zips it right side. Cameron Green, first down. Spins across a tackler down to the 38.
I guess they just knew they were going to do that.
There he is, Mr. Automatic, Cameron Green.
The difference in the second half is that Blue Valley's made those types of plays and Blue Valley North hasn't. Blue Valley North's had drops. They've made mistakes. They fumbled the ball away. Have had just not consistency, and Blue Valley stepped up and made the plays when they had to, like that 3rd down conversion. Nice job there by Walker Kinney, putting that one right on the money.
Now inside 4:30 to go. Cameron Green, another night of big receptions for him. Eric Olson, tough running behind left guard, just shy of the 45, 7 yards on first down, and that first down play calls more like it.
I like that, yeah. I do it on 2nd down and even on 3rd down.
inside 4 minutes. And this does feel like the last gas here for the Mustang defense. You got to get a stop here, or this one's pretty much salted away. Second and a long 3 for Blue Valley. Olson remains the deep back. He's had a huge game tonight. He's going to get the call straight up the middle. Goes nowhere. 3rd and 3. Blue Valley North will stop the clock again. Andy Sims is frustrated, and I think you understand why. They've got Blue Valley backed up a 3rd and 10, and then give up the first down conversion. And last year, his secondary, they were solid.
Yeah.
And again, he lost a lot of pieces from that secondary. So
Lost all
got
4
young guys
starters.
back there. Yeah,
lost all 4 starters. This defensive line, don't forget they lost Miles Emery, who went on to play football as a KU, and lost all 3 starters on their 3-man front. Linebacker lost 2 starters, so it's going to take a little while for them to kind of figure some things out. But that being said, I still think that that looks like they're going to drop here and be 0-2. They're a deceptive 0-2, and we thought that last year too when they were 1-3. We thought that anytime you have a playmaker at quarterback and see consistently getting better each week, and they did get better today, even though it might not reflect it in the scoreboard. They're going to be a dangerous team to battle later on down the road.
And these two teams, they probably have a date set out in the 6A playoffs come November. They've met the last 2 years in the 6A playoffs. Last year it came in the semifinal rounds here at Blue Valley. 3rd and 2 out of the timeout. Kenny checks this play call at the near sideline. Bo Palmer is the tailback. Eric Olson getting tended to by the trainer on the near side. And now a whistle, and Blue Valley takes a timeout. They want to talk about it.
No, he's fine now.
And giving that trainer time to tape up Eric Olson. Clever.
I'm back.
Clever.
I'm back. And it's interesting looking at the schedules here. It's not an easy road to hoe for either of these teams because they obviously play in the EKL. Blue Valley North has to go on the road to Pittsburgh next week, and that's never an easy trip to go down and play the Purple Dragons. Blue Valley West, I think that's a game they should win. At Mill Valley, that might be an interesting one. Mill Valley bounced back with a nice win here tonight. Blue Valley Southwest should be a W. Northwest should be a W. Then they've got St. James. So, the schedule does set up for them to get a little bit of momentum heading into the 6A playoffs, and it's not easy for the Tigers. I mean, the Tigers certainly, we're all got that game against on the 21st against Rockhurst circled, and they do still have to play Miege. That game against Miege on the October 5th should be fun, and they get Mill Valley too later on in October. So it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams kind of where they're at. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another couple losses just because that's the brutal schedule that they have.
3rd and 2 out of the Blue Valley timeout. And Eric Olson, he's back out there. He gets his ankle taped up. Kenny pistol snap, gives to Eric Olson. Right side, lunges forward, but he didn't get there. He's still about a yard short. And here comes another 4th down for Blue Valley. 4th and 1, and the punt unit will run out there for Blue Valley.
Save the timeout for maybe thinking score and then saving the timeout for maybe score and then use it on the defensive side of the ball. After that, I don't know, but certainly nice job by the Mustangs to slow them down.
Matt Kennedy will handle the punting duties. He had a 53-yard touchdown earlier. Not your average punter. And now a whistle, and Alan Terrell stops the clock with 2:50 to go in the ball game. And this is a mirror image of how last year's game looked in the regular season between these two teams. And that one, though, Blue Valley mounted a furious comeback, ended up winning that at the end, 34-33. Blue Valley North are going to have to find some rhythm and do it real quick if they want to mirror that.
And that was one thing that they didn't do last week. Last week they finally got some momentum late in the 4th quarter, and they were moving the ball down the field, but just took way too long. So we're going to have to see if they can get that tempo going here with the wind at their back, but also in a pretty nasty rain. I mean, this rain has not stopped this entire second half, and you got to get a a lot of credit to these fans, especially these Blue Valley fans that have not left. See a lot of people in short sleeves. I'm up here in long sleeves, Tim. It's in 65 degrees. And
is that your tipping point?
yeah, I go sleeves at 65.
So Matt Kennedy out there to do the punting duties. And Blue Valley North, they could use a big return here from DeLand McCullough. The senior return man is back deep for Blue Valley North. Kennedy, this snap is pitched into him, and now he gets off a high short kick. It's going to hit at the 30, take a tiger roll. McCullough's not going to touch it. Past the 25, near the 23-yard line. So Kennedy does a good job to get it away after the low snap.
You saw that bite Blue Valley North earlier.
Now the Mustangs
got to go quickly.
And they struggled to do that against Miege last week.
They did. You got to imagine that Graham Mertz knows this offensive playbook well enough that he could maybe call some of these plays on his own at the line of scrimmage. Have yet to see that. We saw it some last year in the state playoff run. Have yet to see it here. So I'm wondering if we see it in this drive, or are these young, inexperienced Mustangs still don't know the playbook deep enough for them to go that fast.
And again, his options may be limited. He's been haunted by drops from his receivers tonight. Mertz, short drop. Last gas. He's going to throw over the middle. It's low and incomplete, as he was looking for Pesic Hickson. And if he puts that on Pesic Hickson, he's got room to run.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, 2:31 to go fourth quarter.
Yeah, when you throw it 30, 40 times a game like he does, you do see 3 or 4 of those plays where he wishes he had those back, because he completes them. It goes for a long way, and that was one of those ones right there.
3 left, 2 right, empty formation, and Blue Valley showering Graham Mertz with an overrated chant. Mertz is going to fire to Pesic Hickson. Bobbling catch made at the 40-yard line, and he's dropped near the 41-yard line.
That was the same exact play that they ran before, where he didn't put it on the money. That play, he put that on the money.
First down to the 42. Mustangs got to go quick. 2:23 to go in the ball game. Sitting on 1 timeout. Shotgun snap is low. Mertz corrals it, steps up. He's going to run. Stutter step at the 45. Still on his feet, ducks out of bounds near midfield. Stops the clock at 2:11 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, I'm also going to give a lot of credit here to this Blue Valley defensive backfield. They've done a great job all night long, and they've rotated 5-6 guys back there playing nickel and dime coverage. Defensive line's done a good job getting after Mertz all night long too, but you've got to be real excited if you're Coach Terrell about the job that his defensive backfield has done all night long.
3 right, 1 left, and now they motion Pesic Hickson out to the left, empty out the backfield. Mertz throws right side, completes the slant route for a first down to the 40. Nam, another grab. Stops the clock into Tiger territory. 2:06 to go.
Gotta go.
Again, the wind at their backs, so that helps Mertz. 4 receivers again. Back to the line. Shotgun snap. Rolling right. Mertz stepping up. Firing an out route. Completing. Flag flies. That's going to be a first down for the moment, but a flag may be trouble, and the Mustangs have done this to themselves all night.
And that was another one that was called way late, and I think it's going to be, again, an ineligible man down the field. Yes, it is. Yep.
That hurts.
And that's you wait and you see the line judge right there. He's looking to see where the ball was where the linemen were at when the ball was thrown, and it's a late call, but it's the right call because a couple Blue Valley North offensive linemen were 4 yards down the field. That 3-yard window is kind of that magic window there.
Penalties an issue for the Mustangs all night. Would have been a first down at the 30. Now they're back at the 45. Mertz throws a hitch route left side to Hendershot. Completes, fights forward near the 36-yard line. Clock stays rolling. They say he didn't get out of bounds.
Wow.
Pick up a 9, 3rd and 6. Or excuse me, 2nd and 6.
Right there, though, you see the arm strength of Graham Mertz. That got there in a hurry.
1:35 to go. Mertz Flips it out to Pesic Hickson. He's got room. 30-yard line, 25, 20, far sideline. Stiff arm, runs out of bounds near the 14-yard line.
Great play call. Wide open for Pesic Hickson, and he did a tremendous job of just getting to the perimeter. Made sure he got out of bounds. That's a heady play by the basketball kid.
Again, one of the best basketball recruits in the city. Should be a D1 shooting guard. He has another first down run there. 1st and 10 of the 14, 1:26 to go. Mertz, short drop, pressure in his face, rolling, scrambling, running for his life, fires for the end zone, intercepted. Getting down inside the 4-yard line, and there is your dagger. Wait a minute, there's a flag down.
I think it's going to be Lyman downfield again.
And the offense will walk off. And so that will be against Blue Valley North.
Yeah. That's a case of Graham Mertz trying to do just too much. You get to college, he's going to be coached to throw that ball away. But he wants to try to do everything to get his team. So, get his team into the end zone there.
Blue Valley, what a second half for them. They pick off Mertz. And on Blue Valley North, they can only stop it one more time. And the Tigers are going to partially avenge that semifinal loss from last year. I say partially because there may be work to be done at the end of the season. Olson straight ahead. 5 yards out to the 10-yard line. Andy Sims, he does take that final timeout with 1:12 to go in the ball game. And you look ahead for both of these teams. Let's do it first for Blue Valley North. Again, started last year 1-3.
Yep.
Before getting hot and winning the 6A title
They
game.
legitimately could be 1-3 again. If you look at the way that this schedule sets up, Pittsburgh, they're not the same Pittsburgh that we used to see in the early 2000s, late 90s, but they're still a good squad. Plus, you have to go all the way to Pittsburgh. That's never a easy road trip. But you have to think they'll get back on track against Blue Valley West, at Mill Valley, Southwest, Northwest. Those should be W's. Setting up a good game against St. James, who lost tonight to Mill Valley, but that's still it's a schedule that sets up for them to potentially get hot again, though, like you said last year.
It lightens up on the tail end. Their last 3 games, Blue Valley Southwest, Blue Valley Northwest, and St. James. When I say lightens up, I mean, they've gone through a gauntlet here to start these. Yeah. Eric Olson, behind right guard, pushes the pile out near the 14-yard line, maybe just short of that first down marker.
No, you play the number 1 team in Kansas City to start the season off. Then you play the preseason number 2 team in Class 6A, week 2. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's welcome to the Eastern Kansas League, where every single week is a buzz saw.
Inside 40 seconds, they're going to take the play clock all the way down, snap it. It's a 3rd and 1. Kenny is going to turn, give to Olson, pushes the pile across the first down marker. And that'll do it. They may have to snap it one more time. But the Tigers, after a frustrating week 1 loss to St. Thomas Aquinas, where they just ran out of gas in the 4th quarter, they're going to come back here in tough conditions and hang it on the Mustangs in the second half. Walker Kinney falls to a knee, and that'll put an end to this one. 31-20. The Mustangs down 14-6 at halftime. Flip the switch coming out of the locker room. Eric Olson puts on a show. And Blue Valley, they get out of here with a 31-20 victory over the Mustangs here in week 2 to push themselves to 1-1. Blue Valley North, they fall to 0-2. The Tigers next week, they turn their attention to Blue Valley Southwest back in this building And Blue Valley North, like you were mentioning earlier, they hit the road and will take on Pittsburgh, still in search of their first win of the year.
Well, I really like how the Tigers went to the running game in the second half, turned it over to Eric Olson like we hoped, thought, assumed that they would do, and it worked. And I know Graham Mertz's stats aren't going to be sexy tonight again. I know he threw some other interceptions, had made some mistakes, but still he continued to show to me that he is one of the better high school football players, better high school quarterbacks that we've seen come through this region a while. I mean, you can't do it all by yourself, and he tried to do it all by himself a lot tonight. They need to find another running back, something that can help alleviate some of the pressure. The offensive line needs to continue to do a better job, and his receivers got to hang on to the football.
Graham Mertz throws 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Cameron Burt, but it's not enough to overcome 2 rushing touchdowns by Eric Olson and 2 through the air for Walker Kinney. Blue Valley's 1-1. Blue Valley North, the reigning 6A state champs, they have started the year 0-2. We throw it back to the guys in the studio. Your post-game show next on Sports Radio 810 WHB.